Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Fantasy Hockey Podcast. Okay, so we are good. I think the audio is going to be a little bit behind here. We just started a little bit ago, so let's bring in Brandon. Hello, Brandon. You are now on camera. Yep. So we have 22 viewers right now already. For reference, I will be reading out. Do you have our audio? Here, you can. I think I'm going to send you this in Hangouts. You can go to that. I think that'll take you to the chat for. Okay, cool. So we are ready to take questions. This is going to be fun. We're going to go up to pretty much to game start here. I'm excited. We have quite a few viewers today. We've told everyone. Do you want to tweet it out? Yeah, tweet it out for us and get it to get people watching. Well, I guess I'll wait for the first question, I suppose. That's okay. That's not as big of a deal. Oh, you were muted. Now you're unmuted.
Well,
on YouTube at least. Hello, now Brandon is alive.
Well, I was just talking about the light situation. I look a little washed, but I don't know if I can do anything about it.
I mean, you always look a little washed, sir, but that's okay.
All right, I'll tweet this out real quick for anybody's on here.
So yeah, so feel free to shoot questions in the chat or ask any questions.
I think we already did, right?
Oh, we did. Let me refresh. Oh,
somebody
I'm not on. Oh, I wasn't on live chat. I was on top chat. Sorry, folks. But welcome. Okay, so we've got a few questions. Let's start with the first question of the day. Start Dustin Brown, Kreider, or Duchesne. Standard Cats League, so there is a plus minus factor there. Hits, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so I would actually go. So Dustin Brown is at home versus Vegas. Ooh, okay. Dustin Brandon is zooming in here on me. Dustin Brown versus Vegas. So they're at home. The Rangers are away against Florida. And Duchesne is at home versus Chicago. I'm gonna say Duchesne. Do you agree with that?
Let me take a look.
I mean, the Preds have a 57.2% chance of winning. And
that's good.
Chicago. It's against Chicago. Okay, Trouba is back to healthy. That is good to know, actually. I'm still keeping him on IR+.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one. Brown, Kreider, or Duchesne? Yeah.
So I'm going to go Duchesne there. If you need hits or peripherals, though,
really
go
Brown.
I
think Duchesne for points, probably.
Yeah, Duchesne for points. Okay, Perron or Stone? Perron.
Really?
I'd say Perron. Vegas is playing LA. St. Louis is playing the Ducks at home.
I would definitely go Stone over Perron. Yep.
Wow. I'd go
against LA.
I mean, but it's Anaheim too. Anaheim's been crap. St. Louis is a 59% chance of winning.
Let me look up Pinnacle's team totals and see who they think is going to.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna keep going on some of these thoughts on Wheeler's slow start. Good afternoon, folks. Glad to have you all. We have 50 people watching right now. Hopefully the quality of the stream is good enough. Hopefully,
so the Blues over under is 3.5, but they're expected to go under.
What's
and then
what's the over under for Vegas?
Vegas is also 3.5, but they're a little bit more likely to go over. So I would take Stone, honestly. I know Perron's been hot, but yeah, I buy in. They've looked good. They just haven't been able to get the puck in the net for some reason.
Fine. I'll concede to Brandon here and agree on Stone on that one. Although I wouldn't fault you for going Perron, honestly. Okay, so we've got a few more to catch up here. Thoughts on Wheeler's slow start. Let's come back to Wheeler in a bit. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna ignore the Wheeler one for a second. We'll come back to Wheeler after we answer a few of them. So deep points league. Paul, Dzingel, Fabry, or Gusev?
Paul, like Nick Paul?
I think Nick Paul.
I would go Fabry.
I'd go Fabry too.
Like, it doesn't even really matter what the matchup is. I really should get, but they are playing the Oilers, which
for a points league, he's the one getting the most opportunities, I think.
Yeah.
Like I'd go Fabry.
Gusev is still like really nebulous. Nick Paul, and
it's the Sharks.
The fact that he's even doing anything is surprising. He's gonna hit more than anything. And the Dzingel is like whatever. So I think
Yeah.
Fabry is the guy I like the most at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would do
Okay.
beer then
So
wine, Goran. That's
beer,
yeah. How you
beer or
doing
wine
that?
for tonight? Beer then wine. You said.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay. For a points league.
for a points league.
For a points league, maybe you just go beer the whole night. To be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, 3 questions. Goalies first. Kemper or Riddick? Let's take a look at where's this? For that, let's take a look at Money Puck here. So we've got Kemper or Riddick. So Kemper is going versus Calgary, 53% chance of
Yeah, they're against
winning.
each other.
Yeah, I'd go Kemper. I'd take the home. I like the save percentage.
It's a toss up, honestly, but I think Kemper's the better goalie. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to have Calgary outshoot Arizona, and then you're going to have Calgary might win it, but I think
Yeah.
it could go either way. But I think Kemper's going to have more saves,
Yeah.
so I give him the edge.
Okay, so we are quite behind here on questions. So let's kind of do a little bit of quick fire here on some of these. So we rank the Kemper and Riddick. So standard Cats League, close in hits, goals, and assists. Start 2 of Giroux, Tom Wilson, Zach Cassian, or Andreas Janssen. I'm
Giroux
gonna
and
go.
Cassian.
You said Giroux and Cassian. Yeah, I'd go Giroux and Cassian as well because
Yeah.
Cassian also gets you the peripherals.
Start two
Okay,
centers.
so now start 2 centers: Kopitar, O'Reilly, Trocheck. Standard
Out of
league
for
with
hits,
hits.
it's Kopitar and O'Reilly.
Yep, Kopitar and O'Reilly. I agree. Easy there. Okay, I believe the Rangers win. Bob is on. I agree that the Rangers win. Although I don't know. Honestly, I think they probably lose. Okay, next one. Raquel, Hoffman, or Rust in pretty much a Cats league. They need goals and assists mostly. Raquel, Hoffman, or Rust.
We're saying Hoffman's playing against the Rangers, right?
Yeah, I'd probably go Hoffman, honestly.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Yeah, I'd probably go Hoffman there. Okay. Wanted to say you guys are great. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, especially during work. It's okay. We won't tell anyone. Suggestions. So you'll tell. Yeah, Brandon will always tell. Any suggestions on who to bench head-to-head points league? We'll need to know players for that one. So be sure to put what players you're actually thinking about. With all the questions that are going to be coming in, it's going to be hard to just give straight out advice on people. Maybe at some point it'll slow down. But okay, so Kemper, Bob, Gibson, who is the coldest today? Oh man,
I think I'd probably bench Gibson.
Yeah, I'd probably bench Gibson. It depends on what you're going for, but either way, almost regardless, like if all you need is wins, I'd still bench.
I think Gibson is the most likely to get. I don't even know if he's gonna play. I think he probably will play, but he might not. I mean, he got lit in his last game, so it's possible that they play Miller.
Yeah, possible. Okay, yeah, I'd bench Gibson there. Okay,
Subban for
overwhelmed
Dylan
by the breakdown this week. Yeah, it's yeah, there's a lot of things. Okay, so Subban for Dylan Strome. Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's I'm not like I don't think either one are gonna be long-term holds, so it's kind of.
I think I'd rather have Dylan Strome in the short term in hopes that he stays with Patty Kane. Like I said, I think Subban is droppable and just not really worth it. Although I don't know if you can aim any higher than that, honestly. Just because
I think you might be able to. I think you might be able to trade for higher name value. Maybe because Subban like had such a storied past.
Okay, you can play 2: Larkin, Couturier, or O'Reilly. I'd say Larkin, O'Reilly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I just don't like Couturier's deployment this year. From a streaming perspective, I think he has the lowest upside of all of them. Konechny or Nylander, Cupful rules. So we're in Cupful. I would go Konechny.
They're playing the Islanders, so I don't know.
Oh, you're right.
Against Grice.
Toronto's playing Pittsburgh away.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh's tired, I think.
Yeah, they are tired.
Yeah, I would take Will Nye. He's been pretty good lately.
Yeah, this time I agree. Yeah, I agree. I'd go Will Nye, the science guy. For sure. Okay, for defense here, we've got Morrissey or Dahlin. Let's see who they're playing here. Buffalo is playing. We'll get into. By the way, I'll put up the stats and stuff in a bit. First, let's catch up on all these questions, and then if we ever catch up, who's Winnipeg playing?
They're playing.
Winnipeg is playing Tampa. Ooh, I'd go Dahlin then. Dahlin's against Ottawa. Oh yeah, Dahlin all day. Dahlin's against Ottawa.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now for forwards. We've got 3 forwards here: Andreas Janssen, Victor Olofsson, or Kyle Connor. I'd go Olofsson just because it's Ottawa.
Yeah, but then you're stacking, which is actually that's fine. I think I would still do it.
Yeah, I'd still do it.
Olaf's
I
been
mean,
given a lot more leash lately. He's getting a lot of
yeah,
time on ice and all that good stuff.
he got I think 4 or 5 shots last game, which is good, and that's what you want to see out of
Should be
him.
worrying about more about JT Miller. I think the whole reason he got moved off the top line is to try to spark Horvat at even strength, which hasn't worked. But I think sooner than later they're going to move him back. I don't think this is supposed to be a long term move. I think it was supposed to be like an injection for Horvat more than anything. So I wouldn't be long term worried, but short term he might be a bit tougher
Yeah.
to manage. But
Simon, I'm not to the end, so I don't know if you've said, but let us know how many people you need to bench, and then happy to tackle that one. Standard cats with Pims, Reinhardt or Hoffman. Probably Reinhardt. Well, they're both against bad teams. Oh man.
I
You know what I'd say? Here's what I'd say. If you need assists more than goals, go Reinhardt. If you need
Yeah.
goals, go Hoffman. That's the answer.
and Hoffman's gonna be more likely to get power play points as well.
Yeah. So if you need power play points, go Hoffman. Power play points or goals, go Hoffman. If you need assists, go Reinhardt. That's the answer, I think. Okay, Mantha or Nylander
You
tonight.
skipped Monahan or Reinhardt. Everybody's
Oh,
asking
I
about
skipped that
Reinhardt.
one. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's a tough one.
So Monahan's going to be against Kemper. This is not going to be easy.
That
And
kinda
Reinhardt has an easy matchup, but
Man.
it's tough. This is about as even as it could be. I would probably play
Yeah.
Reinhardt, but
I think
wouldn't fall either way.
in that scenario, I'd probably just go matchup based, and in that case, you're taking the Ottawa matchup instead of Arizona. Yeah, I agree with you. I think I'd go Reinhardt there over Monahan. Although it depends. I think if you're looking for strictly points upside, like say it's a points only league or a points league, in that case, I'm probably taking Monahan.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I think I go Reinhardt for the most part. Mantha or Nylander tonight. Also have Matthews. I mean, Detroit plays San Jose. I like Mantha. I think Mantha's back to top line. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd probably go Mantha honestly.
Yeah.
And
You
split
don't
up.
have Matthews. You don't want to like double up on that if
Yeah.
you can avoid it. I think
I'm
they're
always-
pretty much a push, so I think I would take Mantha. Unless
Yeah,
if you're behind, actually, if you're behind right now, I'd probably take Nylander and just
Yeah.
go for broke. And if you're ahead, I would take Mantha and go for the kind of the
Yeah.
hedge.
Bangers League low on shots on goal and assists for the week. Do I start Yandel or Dumba over any of Risto, Edler, Darlene, Weber, or Giordano?
If you're low on shots and assists, I would take Yandel over Edler.
Yes, agreed. That's what I was gonna say too. I'd play Yandel over Edler.
I
And
think
you'll probably have a better chance to assist.
Yeah, I think Dumba and Risto, if you're only looking for shots and assists, are pretty close.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
Yeah,
so what's
either
the
way.
next one? Man, I got lost. I got lost. I think I actually
and the next one
accidentally
is
scrolled.
which 7 wingers? It's a lot of wingers. Okay, you need a bench 3 between Perron, March, Forsberg, Meyer, Gallagher, Lindholm, Wheeler, Stone, Hoffman, Raquel. Good lord.
Where are we? Who is this? I'm so
Ivan
lost
Ho.
right now in the. Okay, cool. Okay, now I know where you
It's
are.
a bench 3. He says he has Hoffman, Stone, and Raquel benched at the moment. Lindholm. He's been so good lately. We already said I'd play Stone over Perron, so I would probably do that.
Yeah.
And then Hoffman, Raquel. I think the rest of them are probably right. Gallagher, maybe. I don't know. If you need hits or if you need shots and hits, then I guess you keep Gallagher in there. Otherwise, I would be probably tempted to move Hoffman in for him.
Yeah. Agreed.
Depends on what you need. But if you're looking for points, then I would have Hoffman in over Gallagher, I think.
Okay, now moving on to Dave Ports, Larkin, Vrana, or Duchesne. Larkin, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Larkin. DW trade offer for Vasilevsky and Dylan Strome for Barkov and Gibson. Points only league. Do they make the trade? Yes.
Wait, which side are you getting?
I would. They're getting the Barkov and Gibson side, and they're giving up Vasilevsky and Dylan Strome.
It's not.
I mean,
clear, but
I mean, I think Barkov is way better than Dylan Strome, obviously, and then
Yeah.
Gibson is somewhat equal to Vasilevsky. You're gonna lose out in wins, but you'll get save percentage and
Gibson
saves.
struggled a bit this season, but so has Vasilevsky. So
Yeah, I'd do that trade personally.
yeah, probably.
Okay. Beer has most assists, but for goals go wine. I don't know. Brandon drinks more than I do, so you have more experience probably answering that.
I drink more wine. Actually, I think I have sangria like on my teeth right now. So,
You really?
yeah, we went to get arepas.
So,
for
oh,
lunch.
that sounds delicious.
Yep.
Pink or
And chicharron.
Provorov? Wait, I think this is a misspelling, right? Pink or Provorov or Kempney? Johnson Ta.
Pionk probably.
Oh, Peon. You're right. I'd probably go Kempney, honestly.
Uh,
Ah,
I'm scrolling around. Pionk or Pro Robert Kim. I wouldn't. I would. I think I
man,
would go
actually,
Pionk.
yeah.
Actually,
You know what? I'd go Pionk. What's Money Puck say? Who is so Winnipeg is against Boston or Washington's against Boston. Never mind. Not yeah. You know what? I'd go Pionk. Even though it's Tampa, like I'd just go Pionk. I don't like Provorov very much. Sit one. Okay, so Mark Gaudet, sit one. Marchessault at LA, Barzell at Philly, Kuznetsov at Boston, Connor at Tampa, Couturier at New York.
it's a
Um,
Couturier.
yeah, I'd bench Couturier as well. The Isles are so hard to score on. I will always. Pat Pierre testing. You are confirmed that the test is working. Start two centers, head-to-head points. Eichel, Tavares, or Monahan. Eichel, Tavares. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. In those situations, play your best guy.
Would you like to
It's
drop
easy.
Ryan Stone?
It depends who you're picking up for, honestly.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right at least until Zibanejad gets back.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't think you need to rush just because he had a couple of bad games.
I feel like every second I feel like I'm catching up on these questions and we're still so behind. Okay.
Yep.
Vishal.
Super behind.
I currently have Goudreau, Vrana, and Bertuzzi in starting over Kyle Connor and Eric Howla. Do you keep it that way? So it depends what you need. I would actually maybe start Connor over Bertuzzi.
Yeah, that'd be the big question to me.
Although actually, you know what?
Although I'm not loving Vrana
no.
either.
I'd go Connor over Vrana. Vrana's playing Boston.
Yeah, that sounds right. Goudreau, Connor, Bertuzzi sounds like the right three.
Yeah. I mean, even though Winnipeg is playing Tampa, Tampa's I think been much easier to score on than Boston. So I'd do
for
Kyle
sure.
Connor over Vrana, and it's just kind of playing your best guys sort of thing. Morrissey or Subban, that's I mean, come on, that's Morrissey for sure. Gerald Morrissey because Subban is just but. Okay, so
Petrie
now
or Quinn Hughes, I'm guessing.
yeah, I'm guessing Quinn Hughes.
Well, I mean, Vancouver gets to play against
Petrie.
Colorado, who's going to be on some terrible.
Petrie, they're playing Jersey.
True. Yeah, I guess it's about as bad a matchup for either one. So yeah, I go Petrie.
I'd go Petrie.
Not by a huge margin though. I think Hughes could
No.
possibly beat him on points, but
yeah,
for the night,
potentially.
but-
Okay. Bishop, Rene, Riddick need to bench one. Ooh. Okay, let's see this is where we go to Money Puck for a quick second here. So Dallas is playing against
Edmonton.
Edmonton. Why do I not see them here? I don't know why I don't see them. I am blind. That's why.
Nashville,
There we go. So
and then
Dallas has a terrible win percentage here. Riddick has a better one. Rene, where is Rene? Rene has okay. So bench Bishop, in my opinion.
yeah, I think that's right. I like Riddick against Arizona in general, and then Rene has a pretty decent matchup. So
Rene has a 57.2% winning chance against Chicago. So I'd do that.
And you can buy low right now.
We can come back to these. So we have Wheeler and we have buy low. Kind of. Well, there you go. Wheeler's one, in my opinion. Do I bench Gibson for Hellebuck? Yes. I don't. Yeah. Well,
playing again. Well, Winnipeg's playing Tampa. No, I would play Gibson
against St. Louis.
Yep.
Okay. Start two right wing. Mantha, Besser, Meyer, Cassian. Standard league hits two, far behind, losing 39 to 18. I would go. So start two. I would start Meyer. He's been red hot. He's going against Detroit. So I think Meyer is pretty high upside. And then after that,
I'd probably take Besser, actually.
I'd probably take Besser, too, against Colorado.
Mantha, against Colorado on their like third or fourth string goalie or whatever silliness they're going to put out there.
So, Jamie, go Besser and Meyer, in my opinion. Okay, so start two of Theodore, Slavin, or Kempney. Theodore and Kempney, sorry. Agreed? Standard cast league.
Kempney's pretty close because Carolina does get to play the Wild, but
yeah.
I'd probably do Theodore and Kempney.
Yeah. The Wild have been somewhat decent recently, actually, which is shocking. Okay, Alfredo, Raquel, Voracek, or Duclair. I need goals. I have locked up assists and power play points.
You need goals.
I'd go Raquel and Duclair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go Raquel and Duclair.
Yeah, I don't want to run anybody against the Islanders if you need points.
Yeah, agreed. I don't like running anybody against the Isles this year. Points league: Brady Tkachuk or Jeff Skinner tonight. Wow. It's probably Skinner, although
Skinner's been really cold.
Skinner has. I mean, he got a goal last game, I think, or 2 goals potentially. I don't remember exactly what it was. Let's check out the in-season tool really quick. So last 7 days, Skinner has 5 points in 3 games.
Oh,
Let's
maybe
check
he
out
has
Brady
been that cold.
Tkachuk. I think a lot of them came that last game here. This is why you always look up stats. Double check. Brady
Oh, well, they're
Tkachuk
playing
is.
against each other. I'd take Skinner against Ottawa.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd take Skinner. Skinner against Ottawa. Skinner's been
Yeah, in a
hotter.
points league,
So
yeah.
yeah, so that was an answer to Michael O'Brien. So yeah, take Skinner there. Love the live stream. More of these, please. Yeah, I wanna try to do a few more of these. So I'm glad people are liking them. Okay, so Cyber Speed with a C. 2 slots for Points Bangers Leagues: Dadonov, Silverberg, Drouin, or Hughes.
I'm guessing it's
Uh,
Jack this time,
I'm
probably.
guessing that's Jack this time. I would go
Definitely not Jack Hughes at this point.
definitely not Jack Hughes. I don't think Silverberg either. I think it's Dadonov and Drouin.
Montreal's playing.
I mean,
Devils.
either way, Drouin has been playing well, and Montreal's playing the Devils. Yeah, go Dad. Dadonov's playing the Rangers.
I do
Drouin
like
is
Silverberg
playing.
still, honestly, but I think I do like
Yeah.
slightly Druin for
Dude,
tonight.
I like a home Drouin versus the Devils and a home Dadonov versus the Rangers all day.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Next one up here, we've got Justin Poon. I love that last name. Love your guys' content. What would you do with start 2 of Kopitar, Larkin, Sagan, Monahan? Wow. Standard Cats League. Well, my first thought there would be you need to trade a center. That'd
Yep.
probably be my first thought is you need
Unless
to
you
trade.
don't have positions.
Unless you don't have positions. But if you're only starting 2 today, I'm assuming you have positions. So I would say definitely look to move centers there. I
Yeah,
would go.
all good options.
They're all great options.
Monahan is off the table, so it's between
Yep.
Kopi, Larkin, and Sagan. I would still.
Wow.
You got to play Sagan. I don't care how bad he's doing. So to me, it's between Kopitar and Larkin.
I don't
I would
know,
play
man.
Sagan. I would play Sagan for sure.
I mean, I think you play Kopitar. Honestly, Kopitar's been on fire.
Who are they
I think
playing?
the big decision there is Larkin or Sagan.
Oh, well,
I
then
think
we
I
hedge our
agree
bets
with
here
you.
and say Kopitar and Sagan.
I agree. I think it's Kopitar and Sagan. I like Larkin versus the Sharks, but I think you got to go Kopitar and Sagan there. Quinn
Who's LA
Hughes,
playing?
LA's playing the Vegas Golden Knights at home.
Oh,
So,
yeah. So I like Larkin and Sagan, I think.
Yeah. Okay, Quinn Hughes or Adam Fox from John Duffer.
I play Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, Quinn Hughes for sure.
Yep.
Corey Richard, bench 1, Dadonov, Drouin, or Olofsson. No hits. Yeesh.
I would bench Druin.
Really against the Devils?
Yeah, because Olofsson gets some. I don't know how I even remember this. He gets Ottawa, so and Olofsson's been
man.
playing a little bit better, and Druin has been like all over the place. I don't trust him. If I can avoid him, I'd like to, but Olofsson, I like Olofsson Dadonov more. Honestly,
Okay.
tonight.
I can get behind that. I'd yeah. Okay, K Newcomb. Is Hele a sit today? Jets can't score and Tampa looks hungry for goals.
Depends on
know-
your situation. I would if you
Yeah.
are already winning. Like the way I look at this oftentimes is if I'm above average in goals against average and save percentage, I will bench kind of regardless, unless it's a great matchup.
Yeah.
If you're behind, then I would play him. But it kind of depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then as far as I'm trying to see if
Fleury's starting.
Dude,
I have no idea. They've been
I have
real
no idea.
slow
No,
today with starting goalies for some reason. They're just not
he's
announcing.
not confirmed. Toronto is playing Kazmir Kasuo.
Yes, they are. They're one of
Kasi-
the few that actually has said he's
Casisuo.
playing.
Dude, dude, the Leafs are in trouble. The Leafs are in trouble. Okay, so this is from Kyle McGee. Can only start 2 in a Bangers League: Neil, Silverberg, Trocheck, and Brady Tkachuk. I think you start Brady. I like find it hard to not start Brady in a Bangers League just because he gives you so much coverage. I'd say Silverberg and Brady probably. Oh no, you know what? I say Trocheck and Brady. Although I don't know, Trocheck's been bad.
He got 2 goals in his last game.
He did, but I mean it's against the Rangers, and the Rangers look awful, like straight.
Yeah, I'd probably do
up awful.
Trocheck and Kachuk, assuming you need the banger stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so now from Craig Beeson, sit 1, Goudreau, Nylander, Konechny, or Gensel. I'd play Gensel. I'd play Goudreau.
Yeah, we already did Nylander versus Konechny, so I think we went Nylander because of the matchup.
It's a full Bangers Cats League.
Yeah, still. Konechny and Nylander, neither one get a ton of banger stuff. Gensel does.
Nylander's, yeah, I'd go Nylander. So
Konechny again, it's against Isles.
Yeah. Sick connecting against the Isles. Okay, so Dave Ports 1, Bertuzzi or Ehlers? Eesh, that's hard.
If you need
Bertuzzi.
shots, I would go Ehlers because Bertuzzi doesn't get a ton of shots. He might get points, he might get hits.
Yeah.
I think they're both good starts. It's just a matter of what you need. And I
Yeah.
like Ehlers now more that he's got Wheeler as a center, and they're kind of doing that. He's getting a little bit more power play time.
Yeah, I do. So I do Bertuzzi just because I like them against San Jose. I also lost my
Yeah.
points in the comments, so
Well, the next one
this will be
is
interesting.
banger
Oh, there
league
we go. I found it.
between Svech, Mantha, Gensel, and Wheeler. Gensel and Wheeler. I
Yeah,
think.
Gensel and Wheeler. I really like Gensel's matchup today.
Yeah.
Really like it. Although I will say, I'm trying to check. Hold on. Who is Dubnik? Okay, so Dubnik is probably in net. I kind of like Svech.
Over Wheeler?
Yeah. I mean, Wheeler's been stone cold.
He has.
And
But-
he's playing against Tampa.
I don't know how much that matters at this point.
I think
But they haven't been able to score.
I think you go Svech Gensel.
Yeah, you might. I wouldn't say it's a bad
I would.
move.
Here's what I would say. I think Svech is a must play with how he's been playing. I would go Svech and one of Gensel or Wheeler, and that's like up to you pretty much. So that was Alex Herbert Airbear. I'm gonna call him Airbear. So now Pierre, I have to bench 2. No hits league. Heeshear, Hughes, Larkin, Eichel. Bench Heeshear and Hughes.
Yep.
Easy. Blues fan 91. Who would you sit? Dadonov, Stone, or Tatar in a points league with hits?
Wow.
Oof.
I don't think
Tatar,
you can
probably.
bench Tatar at this point. He got 4 points in his last game.
That's true.
The problem with Tatar is he did get benched the one time. He's been playing weird minutes.
Yeah.
So even despite that, he might be the right bench. But
yeah, I think, man, I don't
they're playing
know.
the Devils though.
You know what? I think I benched Stone.
Really?
I think I benched Stone there. I mean, I really liked Tatar's matchup. He's been on fire, and I like Dadonov's matchup against Florida. Let me check Dadonov's. I'm checking Dadonov's stats here. So Dadonov has 3 points in his last 4 games, 9 in his last 13.
They're all good starts.
I think you bench Stone.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you bench Stone and just like whatever. If he gets hot, then fine. But it's kind of one of those decisions where for me, I'd say you have, the best info at your disposal at the time, and whatever. If he went off, then fine. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Start 2 from Samir. Vasilevsky versus Winnipeg. Rene versus Chicago. Halak versus Washington. Rene is a lock for a start.
I accidentally scrolled to the bottom and now I'm completely lost.
Oh, I know. I'll read.
Like
Try
updates at the bottom.
I know.
Oh,
Try to
yeah.
find it, and I'll read this off.
Rene
So
versus
Vasilevsky.
Chicago.
So Rene versus Chicago, and then I think
Vasilevsky.
yeah,
I
and then
played
you go
both of them.
Vasilevsky as well. Okay, bench 2: Malkin, Tavares, Pedersen, Reinhardt. So Reinhardt is a bench. I think you play Malkin, Tavares.
Yeah, I think so. Even with
Yeah.
Pedersen having a good matchup.
Yeah, I think you still do that. O'Reilly or Goudreau. Points league with peripherals. Goudreau. I think you always trust Goudreau, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just go Goudreau. Got a bench 2 in a head-to-head points league. This is from Simon. Besser, Line, Wheeler, Stone, Huberdeau, or DeBrincat. They're leaning towards sitting Wheeler and Besser.
Man, I
would-
can't believe we're talking about benching Wheeler.
I know.
What a weird
I
day.
mean, honestly, I would probably bench DeBrincat and Wheeler because you have Line.
Yeah.
I would do DeBrincat and Wheeler and leave Besser in.
Yeah, who's Chicago playing? They actually have a tough matchup, don't they?
They do. They're playing the Preds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Man,
So
Wheeler,
I'd go.
we were
So for
benching
Simon, I'd go DeBrincat and Wheeler here. Okay, Oh boy, I am not pronouncing that last name. I don't know how the 2 dots at the top of the O sound. Someone probably will tell me at the bottom of the comments, but I'm not there yet. But I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. I'm just gonna call you Villy. Reinhardt can also go in for Pasta and Besser, but don't think so. Oh, because of their Malkin, Tavares, Pedersen. Yeah, I'd still go. I'd still go Malkin, Tavares. Okay, Ian, Nakash, or Bonino.
Nakash. I don't trust Bonino as far as I
Yeah,
can
I'd go
tell.
Nakash. Even low minutes, I'd just go Nakash. Let's see.
Kemper, Bishop, or Grice in a points league.
Yeah,
Good.
I'd go Grice and Kemper.
Yeah. Are we talking about start 2 or are we talking about start 1?
Oh, well, if we're talking about start 2, I'd go. I mean, if we're talking about start only 1, I'd probably go Grice. I don't know how you can't trust Isles goaltending at this point.
Grice,
like-
Kemper, I think is probably right in that
Yeah.
order.
Yeah, Grice, Kemper, Bishop in that order. Yeah. Okay, Matthew Kim, sit 2 in a standard Cats League. Shifley, Monahan, Meyer, Teravainen, and Ryan Strome, Giroux.
Ryan Strome
Yeah.
and
Teravainen, probably.
I hope I start remembering who they play.
I know, I have Money Puck up to. They're
Carolina
playing the
plays
Wild.
Minnesota.
You know, but then you have Shifley,
I think I would bench Monahan. I think I would bench Strome and Monahan
Strome, and Monahan.
against
I can get
Arizona.
behind that.
It's just
Yeah.
an annoying matchup.
Yeah, I'd do that too. Jean-Christophe Lagacé. I tried. Kessel or Jaden Schwartz, goals, assists, shots on goal. Jaden Schwartz.
I would honestly, I play him today.
Yeah, I'd play Jaden Schwartz. Love your channel, guys. Keep it up. Thank you. Shani, hello. Wheeler or JT Miller in a points league. They're both driving me nuts. Have to bench one.
I bench Miller. He's
Yeah,
not working with Horvat.
Yeah, I'd bench JT Miller right now while he's getting the deployment that he is. Andre, hey guys, what's up? Hello. Also have Wheeler and JT Miller in a points league. Any advice who to sit? Yeah, bench them. And going back to Ian here. Oh, thank you for the love. I'll read the comment out later. They love our format and said not to get burnt out. I mean, I've definitely burned myself out before, but I try not to do it. Brandon keeps me from doing it. He eventually just tells me I'm insane to stop.
I haven't said anything. I'm letting you roll. It's fine with me.
I mean, there's been times that you've been like, you're doing too much. You're not gonna be able to keep this up. And then I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Okay. Let's see. Start 2 between Raquel, Strome, Meyer, and Keller. Meyer for sure.
You skipped a couple.
Did I?
We had another person saying Wheeler and Miller. We already answered that one. So Wheeler.
Oh, and then I missed the strictly points from Terry. Okay, so Terry, strictly points, debating between Mantha, Hall, Larkin. Ooh.
I would play Hall. I know he's been slow, but I can't bench him.
I think you got to trust Hall. I agree.
If you're playing 2 of them, I actually might play Mantha over Larkin at this point. He's just been stronger.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, and then Danny Deb, start 2 between Raquel, Strome, Meyer, and Keller, points only. I'd go Meyer for sure. And then I think I'd go Strome. Well, they're playing the Preds. Hold on.
Dylan or Ryan?
I'm going to guess Dylan. Honestly.
Could be either one.
Maybe you go Raquel.
Maybe you go Raquel.
I think you go Raquel for points only. Yeah, I think you go Meyer and Raquel there. Owen has 2 questions. I'll do those 2 and then come back to Johan. So the first question is DeHaan or Mike Green? I think Mike Green.
Very different players.
Very
DeHaan's
different
gonna
players.
get you hits, and if you're talking about points, you're not going to get points from DeHaan.
Yeah.
Like I know he's got 3-game point streak. It's not going to keep going.
Yeah.
So points, Green, anything else, DeHaan.
Let's see.
Zucker or Neal? Probably Zucker.
Yeah, I think I'd go Zucker. And then Johan asks, start 2, O'Reilly, Point, Ryan Johansson, or Bergeron?
Not Johansson.
Not Johansson. Wow, that's... You know what? I think you got to go Bergeron and Point.
Yeah, I think you do.
I think you just got to go your best
Bergeron
guys.
is a must start. I mean, I hate that term, but I wouldn't turn my back on him. Yeah, and then Point, like all the numbers suggest he should be doing better than he is. And he is doing pretty well. Even 12.
I don't hate the idea of starting O'Reilly against the Ducks.
I'd rather Point.
Yeah.
And Bergeron.
Okay. Next one. Happy you guys are doing this format. Good. I'm glad people are enjoying it. It seems like we have quite a few people joining in today, which is great. We can do these every weekend. Maybe we'll do them during the week too, because there's a lot of ridiculous stuff happening. Toronto stack is helpful. Oh, what's a comparable for Nylander? Let's come back at the end to these. I'll try to remember these. So Nylander, who's by lows?
You're way off. I don't even know where you are at this point.
That's it. I'm at Blues fan 91 now. Do you think Hurdle plays today?
Oh, you skipped the trade Shifley for Kessel. No, don't do that.
My bad. Yeah, don't do that. No. Okay, so let's move on.
Nylander. Oh, you said you're gonna take that later.
Yeah, let's just come back to these, or we'll remember them for like.
I'm trying to think
later.
of something. It's kind of tough right off the bat.
Yeah, just so that we can get to some of these lineups. So Devin asked, Brandon Tanev or Oscar Lindblom, Bangers League, need points and hits.
It seems like Hurdle would play, but we don't know. Need points and hits. Well, Lindblom's gonna get you points, but Tanev's gonna get you hits.
Yeah, which one do you need more? You know what, I'd look at what your roster is, how your roster is composed. If other people around you tend to get a lot of hits, then play Lindblom for points. If you think you'll be low on points, or low on hits rather, and you're gonna be fine on points in that regard, play Tanev. So it depends kind of on your roster composition there, Devin. For Anthony Fan, have my lineup saved. Wanted to ask if I should pick up Howla or Nino for the long term. Honestly, I kind of like Howla somewhat long term, depending on who you're dropping.
I'm not. I
I'd
wouldn't
say.
want to pick him up yet because he only played 13 minutes in his
Oh,
first game back. I want to see what's going on first.
oh, your battery died, but at least your audio is around.
My battery
Looks like
died.
your battery died. So we're gonna switch over to just me until Brandon fixes his. But you can still hear him.
Man, that was quick.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Hang
quick.
on, let me plug it in.
Okay, and I'll keep taking some of these ones. So need assists and shots on goal. Do I bench Konechny for either Ryan Strome or Paul Mary? If you need assists and shots on goal, I'd just keep Konechny. I mean, Ryan Strome against Florida is actually kind of interesting for assists. You know what? I take that back. Because Konechny is against the Isles, I'd go Ryan Strome over Konechny. And I know Konechny's been red hot, but the problem is that they're against the Isles. Okay, moving on to USS Han. Morrissey, Darlene, or Makar start to standard with no plus minus. I'd go Makar and Darlene. I know Darlene's been cold, but I like their matchup quite a bit. And with Makar, Makar's, well, we know how good Makar's been. Nicholas, start one in a points league, Duchesne or Pajot. Oof. You know, go with the hot hand. Go with Pajot. I'd go Pajot in this situation. I'm not. They're against Buffalo. I'm not a huge proponent of Buffalo's defense, so yeah, I'd go Pajot there. I have Olofsson and want to start him, but I'm down in Pims and hits. This is Mitchell, and I have Cassian, Dadnov, Aho, Scheif, Lindholm, Ovi. Man, you're down in Pims and hits. If you're down in Pims and hits, your lineup is fine. You don't need Olofsson if what you're down in is Pims and hits. You have the right lineup so far. Okay, and then Osiren asked, pick up Dumba or Risto, losing in hits and shots pretty much every week. Pick up Risto for peripherals if what you're looking for is peripherals there. Borietsky a hold at this point. Yeah, I mean if you have room for a specialist and everything, definitely keep Borietsky at this point. When you have an ice cold star like Mark Stone, do you bench him in favor of a hot hand? It really depends. It depends on what you need. Like if you're ahead, I don't hate the idea of taking a floor in Mark Stone and just kind of hoping for the best. If what you need is highest upside, normally, yeah, I'd do a hot hand over a guy like Mark Stone. Z-Hawk asks, start two, Gibson versus St. Louis, Holtby versus Boston, Grubauer versus Canucks, or Dubnyk versus Carolina. Man, that one's tough. Honestly, I'd probably... It depends what you need. If you need save percentage, I'd maybe go Dubnyk versus Carolina. I'd probably go Dubnyk versus Carolina, to be honest. I kind of like Holtby versus Boston. Holtby's been pretty good. That's a tough one. I'd probably go Dubnyk, though, and then also probably go Gibson just because, well, it's Gibson. Grubauer is risky just because he's just coming off of injury. So I'd probably go Gibson and Dubnyk and hope for the best there. It's hard to play anybody versus Boston, to be honest. Kenneth, trade Scheifele for Kessel. Nah. I would aim way higher for Scheifele than Kessel. Try higher than that, I think. Otherwise, I'd rather have a stack still. Blues fan 91, Tatar, Stone, Dadonov got a bench one. I'd bench Stone in that situation. John Duffer, Tuck, Armia, Lindblom, Nick Schmaltz, Fabry. You can only start one. Man, you can only start one of those. Man, I probably would go Fabry and then Armia. No, I'd go Armia and then Fabry. That would be kind of the order. Armia, then Fabry. Mitchell Christie, I have Olofsson and I want to start him, but I'm down in hits. Oh, I think did I already do some of these? No. Okay, I already answered that one. Start three in a points league with peripherals: Goudreau, Monahan, O'Reilly, Giroux, Konechny. I would go, honestly, I would go Giroux. I would go O'Reilly. And I would go Goudreau. That would be my three. Giroux, O'Reilly, Goudreau. That would be my three. Yep, that's what I do for Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds. Or is it the real Ryan Reynolds? Okay, moving on to Kenneth here. Oh, I already answered that question about Scheifele for Kessel. Nope. Bob Bryan's bangers. Do I start Nick Paul over Coleman or Simmons? If I don't, which one should I start over Nicky Boy? I would go Simmons. I would start Simmons, honestly. I like Simmons' opportunities way more for points. Like he gets good peripherals plus has point upside. Start Hellebuck or Koskinen. I'd go Koskinen against Dallas, honestly. Yeah, I'd go Koskinen. Start 2, Koskinen, Vasilevsky, Riddick, Koskinen, Vasilevsky, in my opinion. Although I do like Riddick against Arizona a lot, to be honest. I wouldn't hate the idea of going Koskinen, Riddick, but it's just so tough to justify benching Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky does have a 66.1% chance of winning. I'd go Koskinen, Vasilevsky, honestly. Take the two people at home. Hope for the best. Okay. Let's see who's next. Who's next here? Bob Bryan's Banger Points League. Which player do I bench for Or I'm guessing Marchessault, Brady Tkachuk, Trocheck, Ryan Strome, Meyer, or Wheeler. Ryan Strome. Yeah, I'd bench Ryan Strome for Marchessault. Just that's the weakest link. I'm fine benching the weakest link, and if he goes off, he goes off. Cameron, pick 3. Wilson, Stone, Skinner, Couturier, Hoffman, and Matt Tkachuk. Points league. If it's a points league, Wilson is automatically benched. I'd go Hoffman. I'd bench Couturier. I'd go Skinner. Man. So I'd go Skinner, Hoffman, Matt Tkachuk for your 3 in that points league for Cameron R. The bearded one, Timo Meier or TJ Oshie. Timo Meier. They're against Detroit. TJ Oshie is against Boston, and Timo Meier's been on a roll. Let's see. Tim Grifter Tool. Schneider plays for the Devils today. Yeah, so Druin. Let's see here. Gerald Long, Ben, or Voracek. Yikes. I don't like either of them. If you need peripherals, go Ben. If you can live without the peripherals, go Voracek. And then Thomas Johnson or Janssen. I mean, it's definitely Johnson. It's not Janssen. Grammar school. Looking to bench one of Eichel, Monahan, or Getzlaf. Offensive league and blocks. Bench Getz. Yeah, bench Getzlaf. Play Monahan and Eichel. Just go your best guys. Even though I don't like Monahan's matchup as much, play him over Getzlaf. Ullmark or Halak. Halak all day. Halak all day. Even if it's against Ottawa, I still like. You've got to trust. I think you've got to trust Halak in this situation. Olofsson or Bertuzzi. I'd go Olofsson personally. I like Olofsson's matchup way more. Let's see. Goron, start 1. Pajot, Neal, Stastny, Armia, Duclair. Need everything equally. So if you need everything equally, man, I'd probably go Armia, to be honest. Only because Armia, I like Armia's matchup a ton. I'm between Armia and Duclair, honestly. I like both of those guys. Stastny, Neal, and Pajot, I don't like very much from like a cohesive, will get you everything perspective. I think you go Armia. Yeah, go Armia. His shots have been insane. He hasn't gotten you points, but at least at the very least, if he gets you nothing, he's gonna get you hits and shots. So definitely go Armia there. Would you give up Patty Kane and a high pick for Rantanen in a points keeper league? Honestly, probably not. Like, it depends where you're at. I think if you're in a rebuild and you don't think you're gonna make the playoffs this year, I'd do it. If you are not and you're in win now, I'd just keep Patty Kane at this point. Jordan Z, Pacioretty, Giroux, or Brady Tkachuk, standard league. Probably Patches because they're against Los Angeles. And then Brady Tkachuk in that order. So Pacioretty, Tkachuk, Giroux. Mike D, Ullmark, or Gibson need a W and save percentage. Honestly, I'd go Ullmark over Gibson. Gibson has a tough matchup versus the St. Louis Blues away. Ullmark is at home against Ottawa. I'd go Ullmark, and Ullmark has a far better chance of winning according to Money Puck than the Anaheim Ducks do. If Bishop starts, do you play him versus Edmonton? Sure, I guess. It depends what you need. If you're down already, then you just play him. If you're in the lead, I'd probably bench Bishop versus Edmonton. Sean Riley, sit 2. Oh, okay, hold on. This thing just refreshed on me, And now I am very behind. We are very behind. Wow. Okay. So Sean Riley, sit two, Svetch, Huberto, Schmaltz, Wheeler, Hoffman, Lee. I'm gonna try to go a little bit quick through these. Points league, Schmaltz bench, Wheeler bench. Done. Do you recommend Talbot for a streamer tomorrow? I forget who he plays tomorrow. Not really, to be honest. I mean, if you really need it, then sure. I'd actually see if you have any of the Chicago goaltenders available. I'd probably stream whichever one plays tomorrow. Ivanhoe, pick 2, Bergeron, O'Reilly, Larkin, Bergeron, and O'Reilly. Should I still have faith in Carter Hart for a bounce back? I mean, the bounce back, in my opinion, has kind of already started. To be honest, I'd say the bounce back from Carter Hart started a few games ago, and it's already kind of happened. I mean, his save percentage right now is 90.3. It's not bad at all. Yeah, so I have faith in Carter Hart. Play 1, Horvat or Kessel. Horvat or Kessel? Go Horvat. I don't really have much faith in Kessel, to be honest, especially against the Flames. Chikrin, Vishal asks, Chikrin or Dumba? It depends what you need. I think if you need some peripherals, probably go Chikrin. Yeah, if you need some peripherals, go Chikrin. If you need points, go Dumba, I guess. I like Minnesota's matchup more because they're playing against Reimer and are at home. But yeah. Okay, John Bateman, Points League. To Hall, I'm guessing this is a just start 1, I'm assuming, between Hall, Tatar, Domi, Hoffman, Voracek, Connor, Cassian. If you can only start 1... Points League. If you can only start 1, I think you still got to go Hall. I mean, I know he struggled, but like he's the highest upside of all those guys. Maybe Tatar. I'd probably do it in that order: Hall, Tatar, and then I'd do Hall, Tatar, Hoffman, Cassian, Connor in that order. So kind of that would be my decision. So if you're kind of between Hall and Tatar, then I don't know what to tell you there. It kind of depends on what you need. I think Hall has a better floor. Tatar has a maybe higher ceiling today. Easier matchup. Is it worth picking up Cizikas over Benino? I mean, they're both such different players. It kind of depends what you need. If you need peripherals, then I'd go Cizikas. Okay, Aaron Murray, Bangers League, newly acquired points. Monahan, Duchesne, or Bergeron can start 2 and use another on utility spot. Monahan, Duchesne, or Bergeron. I'd probably go Duchesne and Bergeron, to be honest. Unless you're talking about also Point. I'm guessing Point. I'm guessing it's Point. This is Aaron Murray. I'm guessing it's Point, Monahan, Duchesne, or Bergeron. If that's what we're talking about, then I'd probably go Point and Bergeron, honestly. Probably go Point and Bergeron and call it a day. Andrew B, Bishop or Koskinen need the W. Koskinen has way better odds of a win, so go Koskinen. Desi, start 2, Olofsson, Couturier, Riley Smith, or Donskoy. Bench Couturier. Play Riley Smith, I would think. Yeah, against LA. Then Donskoy, Colorado is against Vancouver. I'd go Olofsson and Riley Smith, honestly. Desi. So, Olofsson and Riley Smith. Stone, Dadonov, and Tatar sit 1. Sit Stone. I hate it, but you gotta sit Stone. I like Dadonov and Tatar right now and what they're doing. Thanks, Clay. Appreciate the love, Clay Morgan. Luca Caprio, Kessel, Ben, or Fabry. I'm guessing you can only start 1. If you can only start 1, probably Kessel. It's not. None of them are really that great of options, but I'd probably go Kessel, Fabry, Ben in that order. Treffer, Siciliano. Start 1, Eberle, Kako, or Anders Lee. I'd play Kako. Yeah, Kako over Eberle or Lee. Tiger, leading decently on points and need hits in categories. Can't drop anyone. Do I start Point or Krejci? I'd go Point. Ken Gold, should I sit Bishop, Mrazek, or neither? I'm ahead in all goalie stats. Man, should you sit Bishop, Mrazek or neither. So Mrazek's not playing today, actually. So obviously you bench him. Um, honestly, with how good the Oilers have been, I would bench Bishop if you're up. I mean, it's too dangerous against McDavid and Draisaitl right now, especially away. It sucks, but I think I'd just bench in that situation. Leave 2 off from Ryan Richardson, DeBrincat, Gensel, Tatar, Drouin, Zucker, Gord, Paul, Goudreau. Season long points. I would play Gensel. Paul and Goudreau. Yeah, so bench Paul and Goudreau, Ryan Richardson. Trolling Gaiman. If it's win or lose for the week, start Bishop versus Edmonton. Yeah, I mean, if it's like if it's win or lose for the week, sure, I guess. If it's like if it's he wins and gets a good save percentage, then you win. If he doesn't, you lose. It's kind of where you're at. If you're already in a lose situation, then sure play him, but I'm not super high on him. Start Trouba or Barry. Trouba. Barry is droppable. Not fire. Yeah, he's healthy. Okay, that's all good. If you want to just do audio, I'll turn you back on. Brandon is talking to me in the headset. I feel like we're on a show and I have producers talking to me in the headset, but it's just Brandon. Okay, let's turn Brandon's audio back on. So Trouba is playing. I say play Trouba or Barry. You'll at least get decent peripherals. Which do I play, Couturier or Trocheck? Also, do I play Vrana or Radulov? Points only league. I would play Trocheck and I would play Radulov. I'm not high on Washington scoring too much on Boston. Shani need to pick up a winger in a points league. I guess they could also be a winner. Here's who I'm looking at: Strome, Forsberg, Perron, Bertuzzi, Pajot. I need a lot of points. Honestly, if Forsberg's available, I'd go Forsberg. So Forsberg, Perron, Pajot in that order, just for hot hands in the moment. Daniel May, pick 2, Wheeler, Kessel, Brady Tkachuk, and Donskoy, points only league. For points only, I'd go Wheeler and probably Brady Tkachuk. I like Brady Tkachuk against Buffalo. I don't like Kessel versus Calgary. And Donskoy, I'm not huge on tonight either in his matchup against the Canucks. The Canucks are hard to score on, man. Dillwall, Jeff Carter, Ryan Johansson, Palat.
Right, I see where we are finally.
Let's see. Jeff Carter, Ryan Johansson, Palat, Rust. Start 1.
I start Ryjo.
Yeah, I'd start.
Unless you need peripherals, because he's not going to give you peripherals. He's going to give you points.
Yeah, I'd do Ryjo as well. Flo Manville, start, sit, Duchesne or Silverberg. I'd play Duchesne. Rogerson, Hot Sauce. Hello, Rogerson. There you go, Hot Sauce. Pulak or Muzzin for Saturday, Sunday.
I play Pulak. He's actually playing top power play in the last game at least.
Yeah, I'd do Pulak as well. Stephen B, down in assists and points by a few. Is Hall a better start over Dadonov, Giroux, Ryan Strome? Yes, start Hall over Ryan Strome. Gabriel Dupuis, should I bench? Man, the Bishop question is probably the most asked question of the day. Should I bench Bishop today against Edmonton? If you're up, yes. If you're down, no. John Godber, I have Hellebuck and Vasilevsky as my goalies, and they play against each other today. Should I consider benching Hellebuck, considering the game Tampa just had? I'm down in wins and save percentage. If you're down in wins and save percentage, just play them both and guarantee a win. You can at least start to chase down one category, even if you sacrifice save percentage. Chris Addy, I'm chasing all cats. Only 2 spots I've got: Gibson, Bobrovsky, and Vasilevsky. Ooh, that's tough. I'd play Bob and Vasilevsky. I know Bob
matchups.
Yep, I the best matchups, and at least you get probably wins out of them. Paul, hey, points league 2 of 3. Theodore, Dumba, Chikrin. I'd do Theodore and Chikrin.
It's interesting. You're seeing some questions I don't think I'm seeing at all. The next one to me says start 2, Chabot, Darlene, Yandel.
Yeah, it's hidden. I have to show it, but the problem is if I hit show, it refreshes everything and I lose my spot. So I'll show them in a second. So some of them you guys are seeing hidden questions. Start. So Peter Johnson, start 2, Chabot, Darlene, Yandel, banger points league with no pims. I'd go. Ooh, that's tough.
I'd go Darlene and Yandel. Bench Chabot for the day. He played yesterday.
Yeah, I'd do Darlene and Yandel. Okay, so this one's a hidden one. Mark Gaudette, start 2, Armia, Palmieri, Olofsson, Keller. Points, head to head, goals, assists, shots, Pim. I think I'd go Armia and Olafson. If you need, yeah, I'd go Armia and Olafson because Armia will get you the peripherals. Olafson has the points upside. Okay, Marco Candia points like, oh, Marco Candia, you were a winner of our 1K, one of the winners of our 1K giveaway. Congrats on that. Hope you're liking the swag. Points league with peripherals, start 2, Teravainen, Russ, Dadnov, Kapanen, Pajot. Teravainen and Dadnov, in my opinion. Although, you know what? Actually, I'd go Russ Dadnov. I really think the Pens can light up Kosciuszko. Jesus, it reminds me of the street I live on.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
you can't pronounce it. It's like the same thing. I'm just gonna call him my street name, Kosciuszko, or Kosciuszko. I don't know. Literally, so my street name is Kosciuszko, whatever. But anytime I get into an Uber, every single Uber driver, taxi driver knows how to pronounce it, and every time it's different. I say it, and they're like, oh, so are you going to here? I'm like, yeah, yeah. They're like, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. And they're like, no, this is how you pronounce it, and every single time it's different. Anyways, random aside, I hate my street name. Peter Johnson, also Silverberg or Voracek. Silverberg. I don't like playing anyone against the Islanders, honestly.
Yeah.
Cassian or Arvidsson? Honestly, Arvidsson. They're going against Chicago, and they're easier to score on than Dallas is. I know that Dallas has a really low chance of winning, but I do like. I think he's harder to score on than a Chicago team. Chicago gets outshot by so much. It's insane. Liam Bradley, choose one center. Monahan, O'Reilly, Backstrom. O'Reilly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Backstrom is back on the second line. And one
Yep.
right wing, Oshie, Wheeler, Tatar.
Yeah.
You might have to go with Tatar. We've talked about Wheeler a little bit. It's between the two of them, I guess. But man, I don't know.
That one's tough.
Yeah.
I would
by
go
a lot in a fantasy points league.
if you're down by a lot. I mean, I guess you just go upside and take Tatar.
Yeah.
Just
See
go
if you can
Tatar
do a
and
big
go,
game.
yeah, just go upside. Either he goes big or he does really nothing. I mean, he has the better matchup of the two too. Okay, Clay Morgan, need goals and points. OEL or Edler? OEL.
Yeah, but barely. I mean,
Barely, but
neither
barely,
one are going to
but
be good for points.
yeah, just
Right.
OEL. I'm gonna say it's Nylay NGHI. Man, I want to know how to pronounce that. But yeah, like I'm not. Nope, that's grammar school. There's so many names that are gonna have to end up on grammar school here. Would you go Kessel or Horvat tonight for a points league? Ooh, probably Kessel.
I'd probably go Horvat actually.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Oh no, yeah, Horvat against Colorado. Colorado has 2 terrible goaltenders. Even if Gruber plays, we don't know how okay he is yet. So I would go, yeah. And then as far as a Talbot stream tomorrow, I'm not huge on it, but if you absolutely need it, there's not really many options, so might as well. But I would prefer to stream the Chicago goaltender tomorrow, actually, if he's available, if whatever Chicago goaltender is going to play. John 0969, Olmark or Jones. If you need wins, I'd go Jones. I think the Sharks beat the Red Wings at home today.
Yeah.
If you need save percentage, I'd go Olmark, obviously. Devin Graves, play 2, Tom Wilson, Victor Arvidsson, Nikolai Ehlers, Reinhart, Bangers League. I'd go Arvidsson and Reinhart.
Yeah. Unless you need banger stuff, I guess.
Yeah, if you need banger stuff, then I mean, that's kind of obvious. I'd probably
Wilson,
go, or not obvious, but I'd probably go Arvidsson and Wilson. If you
Yeah.
need bangers, if you need points, I'd go Arvidsson and Reinhart. Braden Van Teeling, points league, Kuznetsov or Konechny. Kuznetsov, I think. Yeah, Kuznetsov. I trust.
He's playing with Ovi again. So
Yeah. Andrew Morrow, tough question. Doughty versus Darlene, points only league. Darlene, I think. Yeah, Darlene.
Yep.
I don't like. Yeah, they're playing Vegas. Timothy Mozgov, what are your thoughts on Wheeler's slow start? Well, yeah, we'll come back to that. I think at some point we'll probably catch up to all these questions. I don't know. It's already 1:37. I didn't even notice that.
You're getting pretty close, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So let's okay. Yeah, because I haven't scrolled all the way down, so I don't know if it's gonna refresh and there's like a million.
No, I'm at the bottom.
Oh, you are? Okay, perfect.
And I can still see it.
Perfect. So we'll get back to that Wheeler question. We also have to talk about, I think, Nylander and Bylos. Yep. Sit 2, Barkov, Huberto, Tavares, Besser, Kachuk. Need shots on goal and blocks. If you need shots on goal and blocks, well, I'd sit Besser. Man, that's hard.
I'd probably play Kachuk because he he shoots
I
so
mean, yeah,
much.
you got to play Kachuk, but then the difficulty is now you've got to bench one of Barkov, Hubert, or Tavares.
Shots on goal and blocks. Never mind. Actually, I think I would just
Yeah, I
play
mean,
Tavares and I don't know.
I
I'd
mean,
probably
I
play
think
Tavares, but I don't
you
know
know what
beyond that.
I'd probably do Huberto, Tavares, Kachuk,
Oh yeah, sit too.
and then Barkov. Like at least you get in with Huberto.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'd do. I think I'd play Huberto, Tavares, Kachuk, and bench Barkov and Besser. Can Ben turn things around? He's a bum. I mean, it depends what you count as turning things around. If you're hoping for like 70 points out of Ben, not happening. If you're hoping for like 40, definitely. I mean, like honestly, the thing with Ben is just I think people's expectations are just really really off. Okay, so Nate Mack, this day is rough. Got to sit 3 out of Nylander, Dadnov, Tavares, Giroux, Lindholm, Meyer. Sit 3. I'd sit Nylander, Lindholm, Giroux.
Yeah, I think that's what I
Yeah,
would do.
that's what I'd do. Johnny Gaudreau or Andrei Kopitar. It's crazy that like to me is kind of close actually.
Yeah, I
um,
think I'd play Gaudreau though.
I think I'd still always kind of go Gaudreau in that situation. How do you feel about Giroux rest of season, floor ceiling? Let's go back to that.
I don't like him as much as center. I can tell you that much. I want him to go back to
Yeah,
the wing.
yeah, as center, like if you go back to his numbers as center, much lower. Nicholas Silverberger, Kopitar, points and peripherals, Kopitar.
Yep.
Caitlin Jessen, sit 2, Trocheck, Skinner, Wheeler, JT Miller, Gensel, Simmons, Brown. Roto League with peripherals, looking for points specifically. If you're looking for points specifically, I'd bench Trocheck and Miller, I think.
I would bench Simmons for sure,
Yeah, bench
and probably Brown
Simmons.
actually, and play the
Yeah,
rest.
Simmons. Yeah, Simmons and Brown. If you're looking for points specifically, bench Simmons and Brown, and I think that's a smart move.
Trocheck and
Vishal,
Shifley.
yeah, Trocheck and Shifley play in bench Stastny, obviously. Sinbin, sit 4, Konechny, Perron, Ben, Wilson, Point, Meyer, Huberto, Cat. Jesus Christ. Okay, I would sit. I mean, I'm sitting JT
Konechny,
Miller, sitting
Konechny,
Konechny,
Ben,
Ben,
Miller,
and Wilson.
probably Wilson unless you need him. But yeah,
Yeah,
probably Wilson.
unless you need the pims and peripherals like bench Wilson. So it would be bench Konechny, Wilson, Cassian.
No,
No, not Cassian. Sorry, Konechny, Ben,
Wilson, Miller.
Wilson, Miller. There you go. Yeah.
Unless you
Okay.
need bangs, then put
Yeah.
Wilson in for somebody.
Unless you need bangos.
Bangos.
That's what we're gonna make a cereal called Bangos, and we're just gonna put like Ryan Reeves, Tom Wilson, and stuff on the cover.
Be Lucky Charms except with their faces.
Lucky Charms, except it's actually little teeth that they've punched out.
It's their actual
Uh,
teeth. You have
It's
to have
their
strong
actual
teeth. You can't eat
teeth.
them.
Blues. Ryan Richardson first. Eric Stoller to know. Probably to know. I like to know. Right. Eric Stoller's cold, and I don't like the Wild's chances of scoring.
I don't have a strong preference. Stahl's been a little bit better lately, at least. But
Yeah.
forgetting
I'd
who
go
they're
to know,
playing
I
again.
think.
They're playing against Reimer. I think I might go Stahl actually
Mm.
against Reimer.
Okay.
Stahl has
I'll-
never really been very offensive. He's always been a defensive
No.
type player.
Yeah. Blues fan 91. Pesce or Lindell?
Lindell.
Lindell. Yeah. Brent Shura need to sit one defenseman between Hughes, Josh Morrissey, Risto, Gio, Adam Fox, looking for
Who is
goals,
D.
assists, power play
Hughes?
points. I think there's a period there between D, Hughes, and then they just didn't put
but
the
the rest
dot.
of them have
Yeah,
the
I
rest
know.
of them have their initials.
I know. That threw me off too.
Like, for
I would bench
a power play point. Then
Risto.
Yeah.
Yeah, sit Risto there, Brent. Krasel, close in power play points and blocks, have Burns and Edler in. Need suggestion on the last two. Shattenkirk, Gudas, or Chikrin, Zaitsev, Pionk.
I mean, how close are you in blocks?
Oof.
If you're that close, I think Pionk might actually be a decent option because he's got
Yeah.
a decent shot at power play and he gets blocks. And then Shattenkirk does not get blocks or
No.
power play points.
No.
If you only need power play points and blocks, I think it's Chikrin Pionk. That's probably your best bet at attacking both of them.
You know what? I'd say Chikrin and Pionk is your best bet at power play points. If you're not that down in power play points, I'd probably go Zaitsev Pionk and get really good blocks and just have a little bit of power play point upside. Because I say the power play point upside is far lower on Chikrin than the blocks are for Zaitsev.
Right.
Like you have better chance of catching blocks with Zaitsev in than with Chikrin in, but you also have a low chance of power play points. So I might just like scrap the power play point upside of Chikrin and just go blocks on Zaitsev. That's what I'd do at least.
Yeah. Depends how close you are.
Yeah. Do you want to read out the next one? I kind of lost my.
Thinking of offering
spot.
Wheeler for Kessel in a league with. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, stop. Like I don't know. Yeah, please, people, stop targeting Kessel with like underperforming
Yeah,
players.
if you
Kessel
get
is
Kessel, then buy him with a sell high candidate or something.
yeah. Kessel is worth like a Pajot or something, like not a Wheeler. Paul points league 2 of 3. Wheeler, Kessel, Rax.
I know that Kessel has a bad shooting percentage at the moment, but he's also on a new system and it hasn't really been working. So
yeah. Wheeler,
points league
Kessel,
2-3.
Rax, points league.
Wheeler, Rax.
Yeah, I'd go Wheeler, Rax. Trading Kyle Palmero for Timo Meyer. Yes.
Yes.
Go. Yes. Yes. Hit that immediately, Doug. Just hit the yes button.
Worth playing. Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
depending
there's
on
a
who you're
hidden,
benching, of course, but
there's a hidden one here. Trevor Larocque. Who's the better free agent rest of season? Dumba, Edler, Truba, or Chikrin in a points league with plus minus?
Truba.
Kind of. Yeah.
Probably.
Truba, I think. I think he has the highest upside if he can get top power play back, which I think he will at some point. And then Vishal has a good PSA here for everyone. Leonard's confirmed today, so Crawford will be getting the start on Sunday.
That screws me.
And I like Crawford tomorrow.
Add on Sunday. Sadness.
Yep. Couturier or Horvat from Row. Go Horvat.
Yep.
Thanks for the live stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the love, Chris Addy. I've got 2 spots looking at Aho, Eichel, and Kuznetsov. Eichel and wait. Oh man.
Eichel and who? Man.
Eichel and Aho, I think.
Who's Washington?
Yeah,
playing?
they're playing Boston. Yeah, go Eichel, Aho.
Yeah. As
Eichel,
much as I like
Aho.
Kuz tonight.
Do I play Leonard or Kincaid?
Leonard.
Wait.
Yeah. They're playing Nashville.
It still doesn't matter.
Even with Jersey tired and playing, I just don't trust Kincaid.
I think Montreal is going to destroy.
Well, yeah, but Kincaid is playing Montreal.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
I forgot he was there.
I still would play Leonard. You might not get the win, but I think you're gonna get better numbers.
Well, if you need wins, if the win is your specific thing, then you go Kincaid. I think if you need save percentage, then I go Leonard.
Yeah.
Who's a good goalie to pick up today? I mean, I don't think we really have many confirmed yet.
There's not a lot of great options. Allmark probably the best one.
Yeah, Allmark is probably the best one. Kincaid is a good one, honestly, if like you need to pick up someone. Adam Werner is playing today, most likely. Oh my god. That
Reimer against Minnesota isn't a terrible pickup.
It's not. No, I like that too. Okay, moving on to Theodore Kraus, sit 1, Heiskanen, Slavin, Shattenkirk. Bench Slavin.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. Tiger, what do you think I can get in a trade for Kessel and Keller? Man, yeah, let's touch that later. That's a
kind of
deep
depends
question.
on what you need, but
yeah. Jordan Z, I need to bench one of Cassian, Brady Kachuk, Wilson, Giroux, Pacioretty in a standards league. All cats are pretty close. I asked already, but last opinion, I have McDavid. If you have McDavid, you know what?
Having McDavid doesn't really matter in a standard league. So you do have hits. All cats are pretty close. I think you bench Wilson.
Really? I think you bench Cassian.
I don't know. Cassian has a better chance of getting points.
Yeah, but Wilson will get you the hits.
Yeah, so will Cassian.
Yeah, that's true.
Wilson's
bench
has more value in PIMS leagues. If you don't have PIMS, you have a standard league, then you don't really need Wilson that much.
Yeah.
Even with him playing top line now, still against.
Boston, bench Wilson. Trevor Siciliano, Buchnevich, or Kako tonight. Oof. What do you need?
Kako, why not?
Well, it depends what you need. If you need assists, go Buchnevich. If you need goals, go Kako. I think that would be my take on that.
Getzlav, Couturier, Sagan, points league.
Sit 1, Getzlav. Wait.
Couturier, I think actually. I got to check who Anaheim's. I keep forgetting the matchups, but who's Anaheim? They're playing St. Louis. I don't know. I feel like I like Getzlav lately, and Couturier, I just don't know against the Islanders.
I don't like him. I don't like him against St. Louis.
I like him more than I like Couturier.
Arrested Isles. Yeah. Okay, so Getzlav Sagan. Point or Larkin today? Probably Point.
Point.
Yeah. Dirty Dangler 14. Kopitar or Ryan O'Reilly Bangers League.
Uh,
Yikes. Hmm,
uh,
wow.
I think I go Ryan
What?
O'Reilly, but barely.
I think I go Kobe. I think.
I think Fleury is gonna not be terrible one of these days, assuming he plays tonight.
Kobe has 6 points in his last 3 games.
Yeah,
I, mm, yeah, I'd say O'Reilly.
we're a little split on this one, but yeah, I like O'Reilly.
I think O'Reilly. I agree on that. Oh, I lost my spot. Okay, hold on.
Sit
I'm actually not too
Silverberg or
far.
Brown.
There we go. Found it.
Need assists and shots. You need assists and shots, and I play Silverberg.
Yeah, I'd play Silverberg too versus. He's perfect for assists and shots. Pick two between. This is Can Man. Pick two: Borietsky, Edler, Pulak, Zaitsev, Titan blocks and plus minus. Need to protect hits and points, which are close.
Wow.
So here's what I'd say: if you need to protect, so all those guys are pretty much hitters and blockers. I'd say if you're tied in blocks and need to protect hits, honestly, those guys aren't going to protect you points. Unfortunately, I'd play Borietsky, and I'd play Edler. I think.
The funny thing is about Borietsky, there's always the chance he gets tossed out of a game.
Yes.
So I don't know.
I think I'd play Boro and Edler.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Although Zaitsev is probably going to get you more blocks, tied in blocks, but you need to protect hits. So it sounds like you need blocks a little bit more, and plus minus.
Yeah, which Edler gets you. Like you get the up. I think Edler has higher block upside than Zaitsev, and Borietsky has hit upside.
Yeah,
I'd say Borietsky, Edler. Okay, Terry Guest, strictly points. Larkin, Mantha, Nylander, Sagan, Hall have to sit 2. Oof. Well, you're gonna sit one of Larkin or Mantha for one.
Yeah, I'd probably sit Larkin and Nylander and play the rest of the 3.
Yeah, I'd sit Larkin, Nylander, play Mantha, Sagan, Hall. Andrew Morrow, drop 1. Konechny, Couturier, or Duclair for tonight. So I'm guessing sit 1 for tonight.
I'd sit Declare or drop or whatever.
Yeah, Duclair. He's your lowest hanging fruit there. Umang, standard cat league. Who should I start? I need to pick 2 of the following: Brinkat, Svechnikov, Stone, Wheeler, and Horvat.
Well, Svech for sure.
Svech for sure. Oh man. And then I guess you got to go Wheeler.
Yeah, I think I go Wheeler the rest of them.
I think I go Wheeler for sure. Daryl Mooney, like Saturday hockey. I hope you guys do great in your leagues tonight as well. Thanks. I actually don't know if I've set all my lineups. That's a problem. I should probably check that.
Yeah, you got 10 minutes.
I know. I should probably go check that in a second. Okay, Riley, is there a right wing that I could possibly try to target with Sagan? Honestly, I'd sit on Sagan right now. Like unless you're stacking, right now is the wrong time to try to sell Sagan. There's no point in trying to sell him right now. Dominic Desjardins. Points league, head to head. This guy is looking to trade Rantanen. Should I start my offer with Hintz or Bertuzzi? He wants 3 pieces.
He wants a 3 for 1? Well, both of them then, I guess.
I guess both, yeah. Give them both, I guess. Row wide, Gallagher, Arvidsson, or Lindblom? Gallagher? Or Arvidsson? I guess it depends what you need. Do you need an all-around player? Go Gallagher. If you need points upside, go Arvidsson.
I think I would go Gallagher just in general. I like him against whoever, probably Schneider, who's going to get like 85 goals against tonight.
Yeah. Who can I try to get with Subban in a points league? Honestly, that's the toughest question because
Klingberg, I guess.
Yeah, try Klingberg. People are dropping him. People are seeing him as equal, I guess. Maybe go after Truba and just get a good peripheral person. Oh, it's a points league. I'd still probably like Truba over Subban, honestly.
Yeah.
If not, then like just go pick up Adam Fox or something. It's more upside than Subban. Frosted Sniper, points league, head-to-head position, doesn't matter. Start 2, point, Kessel, Olofsson, Hischier, Getzlaff. Point, Olofsson.
Yeah, I think so.
Done.
Yep.
Banger points league, need to bench 2 of these 4. Olofsson, Kessel, Jamie Benn, Brake, Chuck. Bench Olofsson and Kessel. Or Olofsson.
Actually, Kessel and Benn.
Yeah, Kessel and Benn, in my opinion. Play Olofsson and Brady Chuck.
Yep.
Love the video, boys. Thank you. You guys are beauties. Thanks again. Yeah, every time I get that comment all the time when I dunk my head in bleach. I'm used to it by now.
Why do we think Crawford is a good pickup for tomorrow? Do we?
This is a. Oh, thank you. We
Or
are
there's-
towards the end of the messages. Bless. I can go set my lineups.
yeah.
Um,
'Cause there are no pickups tomorrow. That's probably
yeah.
the biggest reason.
So no, the other reason that I like Crawford tomorrow is because right now Money Puck has Chicago at a 60.2% chance of winning versus
Yeah.
Buffalo tomorrow, compared to Talbot's 46.5. So if you compare either Talbot and then
Or Malcolm
Vegas,
Subban, right? That'd be
yeah,
the other
and
one.
Malcolm Subban has only a
But he's
53.5%
terrible.
chance,
Subban's just not
and
a
he's
good goalie
not,
either.
and he's
Crawford's
just
been
not good.
decently hot lately, so he's probably the best
Yeah.
option for tomorrow.
Yeah, and a tired Buffalo all day. Do you want to take
Blood
some
match.
of these next ones, and I'm gonna set my lines really quick. Although
Sure.
I could also set my lines on camera in a second. And
Yeah,
people
but
can watch me
we're
make
nearly done
decisions.
here. So Ehlers, Arvidsson, or Mantha. I would play Mantha in a points
Yeah.
league. I'm just I can't, who are they playing again? I know that I already know they don't have the best matchup in the world, but or do they? Oh, they're playing the Sharks.
You know
Yeah,
what?
Mantha.
Yeah.
Let's
Do that really
present
quick.
is a present.
Go
Thank
for
you.
it. Which one?
Thank you. Start Couturier
presents
versus
is which
Detroit or Trocheck versus the Rangers. I would start Couture. I think I would start Couture actually
Mm-hmm.
against Detroit. Sit one, Arvidsson, Gensel, or Hoffman. I would sit probably Hoffman, I guess.
Yep.
And then DeBrincat or Stone. We're
Okay.
caught up. What's up?
Okay, so now
We did
let's take a look at
We
let's
did
take a
it.
look at my leagues and see what I have to do in my leagues really quick. Okay, so I've got a bench here. Now I am down, and if you've been following Building Winners, you'll know kind of what's been going on. I am currently tied in assists, up by 3 in goals. Hits, I'm away in 6 by. Shots on goal, I'm pretty dominant in. I'm close in power play points. I'm down by 1 in power play points. So in this
Are you sharing your
league,
screen?
I am.
I wonder how
Not
far
with you.
behind the stream is.
Oh, it's pretty behind. And then Nikolai Ehlers. So I'm benching Ehlers. I don't think he's going to get me much in the power play points department. I don't really need shots on goal, so benching him. Voracek is against the Islanders, so I'm benching him. I did pick up Ryan Reeves, which is for Sunday, not for today. I am down in hits. I could play him over a Wayne Simmons, but Wayne Simmons also. I mean, what would you do, Brandon? I need hits, but I also kind of need assists. So I feel like I just got to play Ryan Reeves get over Wayne Simmons and
Assist
take
assists and
max hits. Take max hits with Ryan Reeves.
Yeah, probably.
Just max out. Yeah, just max out hit potential. Okay, cool. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'm playing both of my goaltenders.
Oh, how much do you need?
I need 6 hits.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I think
guess so.
I guess I'm just gonna max it out. Okay, let's move over to return to the back. Let's go to my points league. I don't know if I really need to bench many people here. I'm only benching. I'm up, and I'm probably gonna win this week. So I have Kyle Connor against Tampa, or Jaden Schwartz, or Timo Meyer. I'm playing Jaden Schwartz and Timo Meyer. I like their matchups way more. Okay, question. Some New York Islander fan. Are you asking questions in here, Brandon?
Nope.
Start one in a points league. Point Stastny, Oshie, or Schmaltz.
Point.
Yeah, point for sure. And then the last league I need to bench in here is the main one of us with Hawkrus. Oh, we should. You know what? I should talk through our line setting for a
Is
couple.
Hellebuck actually
Oh, I am glad I set
Hellebuck
lineups here.
playing?
Huh? I think so.
Hmm.
Okay, so this one's my Hawkrus league is a tough one. Do I play Blake Wheeler over any of these guys? Man, this is tough. Jonathan Huberdeau is obviously going to get played, but over who? I guess Jaden Schwartz.
I don't even need to make a decision because I'm dominating in everything this week except for
Man, I
Pim.
need to play. I guess I'll play Clefbaum over Morrissey.
Dude, our Fantrax league is hilarious for starts
I know.
tonight. We're benching Brent Burns and Steven Stamkos for Ryan Reeves and like Derek
so-
England or something
it's so
because we just
dumb.
need bangos.
Bangos. I love that you call it bangos. Oh my god, I love.
Well, Radko
I love-
Gudas is playing over Brent Burns. This is the
I'm playing.
place we
I'm gonna
live.
put Barzell over Palmieri, and then Wheeler. Man, I can't believe I'm benching Wheeler. I guess I could play Wheeler over Skinner. Nah, I'm gonna bench Wheeler in the. Wow, I can't believe I traded you
some
Wheeler
more.
for Stamkos.
Oh
yeah, we have a few more. Okay, sit 2 points league. Palmieri, Schwartz, Janssen, and Strom. Sit Janssen and Strom.
That's Johnson, Tyler Johnson.
No, it's Janssen. They corrected.
Oh,
underneath.
Janssen. Yeah.
Actually, I'd sit Palmieri and Janssen. Yeah, Palmieri and Janssen is who I'd bench.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
How is he droppable? He's always kind of been like he was never going to be a long-term starter, but if you want to move him, I would feel fine moving him.
Yeah. DeBrincat or Marchessault tonight? I'd go Marchessault. Are we playing Point again now? He's been on the bench for weeks, and I've been playing Larkin.
He does have 12 points in 13 games. He should be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'd play Point over Larkin at the moment if you need points, specifically. You need points with Point.
Stop it. DeBrincat or March, so
Yeah, I said March, so
yeah, March.
yeah. Start 2 centers of Jordan Stahl, Heishier, Sorelli, Eller, Koivu.
Goal assist points, Pim plus minus.
Jesus.
No hits, so this is hard.
Yeah, I'd probably go Heishier, and this is
Yeah,
a deep league, huh?
not Eller.
I'd probably go Heishier and Stahl.
Yeah, probably. Ugh.
I mean, I'm up 10-0 in this league. I'm cruising. Although I am close in hits, actually. I should probably play my
Start
hitters.
2 between Silverberg, Riley Smith, Tatar, and Hoffman. We seem to like Tatar tonight, so I guess we'll keep going with that.
Yeah.
And then I think I take Smith or Hoffman.
Dude, why isn't Malkin hitting this season? What the hell?
He never really hits that much. He gets half a hit a game or so.
Actually, I'm gonna play Wheeler over Barzell. I think get some hits.
Hoffman, Smith and Hoffman are so close.
Wheeler over Wilson.
I think I would take Smith.
Yeah. Couturier or Larkin. For Kevin. McKenzie start 2. Radulov, Larkin, Giroux, Sagan, Wheeler. Sagan and Rad. No, I don't like Rad tonight. I'd go Sagan and Wheeler probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Although actually, you know what? I might go Sagan Larkin.
Not terrible, but I think I like Wheeler a little bit better.
Yeah, I think I'd trust Wheeler in that situation a little bit more. I kind of want to play Palmieri here, maybe over Barzell.
Oh, he says winning by goals so far, close in assists, winning by 3, losing power play points by 1. So
Yeah,
Tatar, well, if you're losing power play points, then Tatar Hoffman, I guess.
Yeah,
I think you got a little bit better of chance at power play points.
You've got to play Hoffman if you're going for that. Teravainen or Palmieri. Teravainen,
yeah.
Yeah. Sit 1, Wilson, Olofsson, DeBrincat, Tatar.
Currently benching Olofsson?
Yeah, Olofsson.
I wouldn't
points including periffs.
I think I would play Olofsson. I think I would play him over Wilson unless you get big points from hits and pims or something.
Yeah. Did you agree with? By the way, I set lineups for Cupful last night. Did you?
I thought they were already set. I didn't change them because I had to. Fine.
I'm benching Connor Brown, Wayne Simmons, Galchenyuk, and Dustin Brown. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Things are starting. Games are starting.
Okay. Are we? What do you expect when Klingberg when he comes back? If you picked him up, the thing is that here's the thing is with Klingberg, if you were able to grab him off waivers like I did in one league, like you can have the lowest of expectations and he's still good. He's effectively your 3rd or 4th defenseman at that point. So you don't need a lot for that player to be worth it.
Yeah.
But I expect good things from him. I think he'll turn it around at some point. His numbers are really low. Shen or Ehlers. Thanks so much, Robert.
I might go Shen actually.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I like Ehlers, but Shen's been good this season.
Oh wait, I forgot. Braden Shen's against Anaheim. Yeah. Go Braden Shen because Ehlers is against Tampa. Yep. Go Shen. Plant-based athletics. Hey, that's me. Plant-based athletics. Can you tell me how to
been a vegetarian for like 2 days?
That is not true. Can someone tell me how to eat 1 million calories like for hockey? And never mind. Okay. Start 3. Oh my god. Start 3 of Tavares, Barzell, Krejci, Hurdle, and Orlov. Up in all scoring cats except hits, blocks, and goaltending stats. So if you're up in all and need hits and blocks, I'd go Tavares, Orlov.
Hurdle probably.
Probably Hurdle because I don't think Krejci hits very much, right?
Neither of those other guys hit really. Hurdle doesn't hit that much either, but
let's see.
I think he hits a little bit more than the other guys do. But
that's the wrong one. That's the ad drop tool. Hurdle's actually been hitting a little, or Krejci's been hitting a little bit more these last few days. Let's see. Hold on. Let's take a look here. Yeah, actually, Krejci hits more, so I'd go Krejci. So I'd go Tavares, Krejci, Orlov. That would be my thing.
Weird. Hutton for Koskinen.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Are pretty good so far.
I mean, Smith's been getting lit up anytime he plays too. So, okay. So I'm benching Kyle Connor. Cool. I went beer. Good choice. What? I mean, it also depends, I guess, on what kind of beer, right? I am not much of a
Human
much of a
being.
drinker, so Brandon says that I am a
Mexican
Brandon says that I'm a robot.
years ago.
Yeah. And that I my birthdays aren't actually birthdays, they're just software upgrades. That's all they are. The Gambi
Shitty
bot.
ones at that, it's all buggy.
The what?
The shitty ones at that, it's all buggy.
It's not
Suddenly
I
you
wonder
decided that you've been vegetarian for your whole life when it's only been 2 days.
I wonder when that's such oh you're a terrible you're a terrible human being. I am not. I've been vegetarian for quite a bit now. Um admittedly I'm not like super strict with it, so if like I'm out with friends or something, I'll like if there's no good vegetarian options, I won't not eat for the sake of, you know, staying vegetarian. I'll have a nibble of some meat, but when I can, I don't. Let's see what. So are all my lineups set? I think so. I think I set all of them. I could end the week first in 2 leagues and fourth in another. I'm kind of excited about that. I'm also very excited I got Ryan Reeves. Probably should have dropped Simmons and kept. Let's see who else got picked up in my other leagues. Any good drops? Here, I'll turn on this so you can see. I dropped Josh Anderson. Someone picked up DeHaan. Any D-man to go after to sell high on Shattenkirk? You know, I mean, it depends what you're looking for. I mean, if you're looking for peripherals, I think Trouba is such a good buy low at the moment. Chikrin or Fox for tonight? Fox, I think. I think Fox. Standard cat, start 2 of Nylander, Howla, and Reinhardt need assists and power play points. Nylander and Reinhardt. Isn't Howla on that really good power play?
Yeah, I would still do Nylander and Reinhardt. Howla hasn't really done. Hasn't really had much of a chance to come back. Yeah, but on his game back, he played 13 minutes.
Oh, hold on.
18.
Yo, have you seen Carolina's top power play?
I mean,
they're finally doing
there?
They're finally doing the right thing. No, it's Vetch, Dzingel, Teravainen, Dougie Hamilton, and Aho. It's the right power play.
But I'm sure they still only get like 50% of the time.
Let's see. Let's check that out. I'm on here right now. Last game lines. Let's go to Carolina. Dude, that's hilarious that McAvoy got like 6% of the power play last game. I laughed so hard because I didn't know that's what was gonna pop up on the screen when I made the video. That was amazing for me. Let's see. What were the last 3 games? Oh, what? They're not even in. Oh, because they're playing right now, so it counts as okay. Let's take a look at the last 3. Yeah, they're the ones playing. So it breaks last game lines.
So
power play
playing majority.
So yeah, that Aho one is playing the majority by quite a bit.
I don't know why Dzingel's on that line, but okay.
I don't know either. I mean, it looks like they switched. So last 3 games, it was Dzingel 41% of the time, and then Howla 26%. So it might actually be Howla once he came back from injury. And Daily Faceoff has it wrong. Maybe.
Still.
Okay, so getting back to a few of these questions here. Ian, start 1, bangers head to head, March or so, Line A to Brincat.
Mighty March. I would go.
You can only start 1.
Oh, start 1, Line A, I think.
Line A?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Brent Shura, Eric Stahl, or Eric Howla.
I actually like Stahl there.
Really? I like Howla. Well, Stahl now isn't an option, isn't he? Because the game just started.
Well, so did Howla's, right? They're playing each other.
Oh, yeah, they both.
Yeah,
sorry.
You're a little late on that one.
Happy Hats. Pick 1, Duclair, Galchenyuk, or Fabry. Chucky? No.
Yeah.
Fabry.
I think I could go Galchenyuk, actually. I don't really trust Fabry that much. I like him. As
yeah.
But
Kescuso or whatever.
Yeah.
Is in that.
Let's stop playing top power play. Whatever. He has an opportunity.
Just go Chucky. Okay, wait. I want to go back to this. So actually, you know what? Let's talk about this really quick. So I'm gonna make a hot hands video at some point about this, or a bust watch. But let's talk about Wheeler for a second. What's your take on Blake Wheeler?
Just in general.
Yeah, like he's had a slow start. What do you think of his prospects?
I still like him rest of the season. It's just a matter of what that power play is going to do. That's the biggest problem. He has no power play points or 1 or something compared to his 33 from last season. That's the big fall off.
Yeah, the big thing to me too is the IPP is pretty low. His IPP is only 48% right now versus last year's 73%. The on ice shooting percentage is pretty fine. These last few days actually have been really bad. So the last 30 days, his last 12 games of 20, his on ice shooting percentage has actually only been 5.4%. So they've been underperforming quite a bit around him, which makes sense. He went down to a worse line, which is a little concerning. For a team power play percentage, though, he's still same as he's down to 63% compared to last year's 71, but I don't think that's really the issue. I think, like you said, the issue is just actual scoring. He's on a 41-point pace at the moment. Over the last 12 games, he's on a 27-point pace. His shooting percentage has been pretty low. I think he'll turn it around, but I think one thing that I at least personally am doing now is I think I may be adjusting my expectations for Blake Wheeler down. And instead of expecting a 90-point player, we may be looking like a 70-point player potentially.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, what did we get here? Can Man, is Pulock a keeper? Well, you talk about Pulock.
I mean, I like him more now that he's playing top power play, but I think it's too early to say.
Yeah.
I think in most leagues he's fine to stream out, but if you have blocks, you do have blocks, so worth a little bit more, but still not super high on him until he actually starts doing something on the power play. He did get a couple power play points in his last game, so it's a good start.
Yeah. Mitsubishi, is Martin Jones a good spot start against Detroit? Absolutely.
Anybody is. Detroit can't score goals.
Yes. And Martin Jones is on a 5-game win streak, actually playing well. I actually picked him up off waivers, so I like Martin Jones tonight. And then, Wheeler's ice time. So in the last 30 days, in his last 12 games, he's at 20 minutes a game. But over the last 7 days, he's actually only gotten 17 or around 18 minutes. And actually, one of the concerning things over these last 7 days, the last 3 games, is his shot pace is actually down to 109. So he's had a lot of trouble getting shots off. And I think that actually has a lot to do with his line mates. So that's a little.
They've been changing that around though, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, Richard Moore is Ryan Johansson or Victor Olofsson in a points league. Olofsson. Well, that's tough.
I think I'll take Ryjo actually.
Yeah, I'd probably go Ryjo, honestly.
If all he cares about his points, then sure.
Yeah. Sit one, Clefbaum, Morrissey, OEL. Probably OEL.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely OEL.
Yeah. Mantha get 4 goals probably. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the stat tracker here so that I can watch kind of what's going on in this Carolina game. Give me once.
As far as Nylander trade, I remember we said we were going to talk about that. The name that keeps coming up to me is Radulov.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Radulov, if he continues to be a little bit better than he was, especially if they make changes, I think Radulov can go only up from how he's been so far. And Nylander is, he's in a good spot until Marner comes back, and then we'll see what happens. But I definitely like Radulov more.
I'm gonna go get some more tea. You can entertain the masses. I'll be back in like a minute.
All right. Let's see. Point Larkin, Sagan, Eichel, bench 1. Larkin. No hits, pims, or blocks. Definitely Larkin then. Start 2, Pavelski, Vrana, Janssen, or JT Miller. I would start. Let's start Janssen and Miller, even though I'm not super in love with Miller. I just don't really trust Pavelski, and I don't like Vrana against Boston. Let's see. Who's Dallas playing? Radulov. That's who I have on my team, so I'm looking at him to get a quick look. Oh, wait, no, that's not my team. I thought I had Paul Byron, and I was like, how did this happen? Oh, Radulov's playing Edmonton. They're going to have Koskinen in nets. Yeah, I think Janssen and JT Miller. They had a trade involving me trading Aho and Hintz for Horvat, Dahlin, and Rantanen. What do you think about the move? Pretty good to me. Hintz, I don't know. Once Dallas gets things totally figured out, I know they've been winning games, but once they get things figured out offensively, I'm not sure Hintz is going to be a big part of the offense. I mean, he will be, but he's not going to be one of the like top members in that top power play or anything like that. So I think he's more or less a streamer option for the most part. Aho is obviously a great player, but Rantanen coming back, especially with Dahlin, is really good. And then Horvat is going to be pretty serviceable too. So I like that move. Kessler, Mantha. Kessler needs to figure it out. And he's on third line right now playing with Soderberg, which is weird, but they're just trying everything in Arizona to get him sparked. Canuck 3-stack, Besser, Horvat, Hughes. Should I play Kessel or Schmaltz over Horvat points league? Probably. Unless I would play the stack if you're behind. If you're not behind, then I think I'd play Kessel over Horvat. Yeah. Who'd you say would be better short or long term? Jones or Hutton? I mean, Jones is never going to be a great goalie. Hutton really isn't either, but I think the Sharks are. I know they've struggled, but I do think they're a better team than Buffalo long term. So I like Jones long term, but I don't necessarily know that I like to hold either of them for the rest of the season. I have Stone and Drew bench tonight over Dadonov, Hoffman, DeBrincat. Should I replace one of them? I might play Hoffman over Giroux, actually. I just don't know about the Islanders getting scored on that much. But that would be it. I wouldn't fault you either way, but I would probably play Hoffman over Giroux. Palmieri or Tuck tonight? Points league. They playing against each other, right? Who's Vegas playing? No, they're playing LA. I think I play Tuck, even though it feels wrong. I just don't like the fact that well, I guess Devils are playing against Montreal, but they are tired and having trouble lately. Yeah, Tuck. Concerns about Theodore. I know he's power play 1, but he's ranked 310 in my league.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
I'm all caught up except for the end here.
Okay.
Theodore. I'm worried he's going to turn into Clefbaum, where he has all these opportunities and just can't quite get it done. He gets so much of the power play time, though. It's like 70%. So I'm still just waiting with him. I have concerns, but I haven't really acted on them yet. Start Silverberg at St. Louis, Radulov against Edmonton, or Olofsson against Ottawa. I would start Olofsson. Actually, maybe Radulov.
Yeah, I'd start Radulov.
Yeah, Radulov.
Yeah, at Edmonton. I mean, Edmonton is kind of tough to score on, but yeah, this is Bandit. Brought him on stream for the very end. He's a stream pup. Any info of top power play?
Are you talking about Theodore? I don't know what's going on with him. He looks fine. He looks good. Like he's
also
playing up and taking shots. I don't know.
I would wager probably that I'd bet you 60% of athletes don't get enough sleep.
Too much.
Knowing what we know about sleep studies, I bet you that that 60% of athletes do not get enough sleep.
The dog's breed is useless. All he does is eat glass and be retarded.
He is a husky mix. I'm not sure with what.
This is Pomeranian or something, right?
I don't know, either that or Aussie or something.
Is Schmaltz gaining your trust, or is he still bane of your existence? He's gaining my trust a little bit because he's getting a lot more ice time, which was the thing I didn't like about Schmaltz is his lack of ice time. But the funny thing is he's getting more ice time and he's not doing as much. Which honestly, both of those things were probably likely to happen because he was doing too much with too little ice time, and he needed the increase in ice time to put up anything. And he's still putting up points a little bit, but I like him more than I used to. But God, his peripherals.
Oh, Schmaltz. I mean, honestly, he's getting more.
Ghost is top power play in Philly at the moment.
Yeah, it's close though. I honestly, Philly, the thing with AV is just so. It's so hard to predict what the hell he's gonna do. Honestly, he does not keep things the same. Okay, did we miss something here? There's a lot of dog talk, and I think I missed. I think I might have missed hockey stuff. What to do with Ben? Kind of untradeable, kind of unbearable. Hints on waivers. Replace? No, I wouldn't replace Ben with Hints.
Yeah, there's probably. I mean, you can stream him out, but Hints is not necessarily. You don't need to replace him with a long-term hold potentially.
Yeah,
Carolina's already up.
Who scored? Joel Edmondson, just like everyone expected. Isn't he on a 3-game point streak or something now?
Every dumb defenseman's on a 3-game point streak.
So dumb. Yeah, I mean athletes, but the thing is, so one of the interesting things, just on the thought pre-game nap thing. So one of the interesting things. Oh, Nakash got a point. There you go. Glad we said Nakash, I guess.
All right.
So one of the things on naps that's actually interesting. If you haven't already, if you read Why We Sleep, that book is amazing. But one of the interesting things that we know now about sleep is that naps do not make up for lack of night sleep. So you can't sleep 4 hours, 5 hours, and then nap for 2 hours and like be okay. It doesn't work like that. And from an athlete's perspective, even less it works like that. But yeah, I mean, the NBA is actually really famous for this, and that they realized their athletes weren't getting enough sleep. They worked specifically with the guy who wrote that book to get their athletes to sleep more, and they found a reduction in injuries, increased performance across the board. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how we know for a fact that athletes don't really get much sleep, is because the NBA actually did this, where they instituted better sleep practices, and they saw a huge increase in performance.
I'm gonna have to
So,
wind down here. So
yep, all
after
good.
2, thoughts on Garland? He'd be good if he played more minutes, but I assume there's a reason he doesn't.
Yeah.
Um, Heiskanen or
Um,
Morrissey rest of season. Morrissey in most leagues. Heiskanen, like, he seems to be getting. If Klingberg continues to struggle, Heiskanen might get an opportunity long term, but we'll see.
yeah.
If he has dump Theodore to pick up Clefbaum in a, are they not the same player?
I mean,
Except for
I
Clefbaum gets a
I
lot of
would
blocks.
I would 100% pick up Clifbomb.
If you don't count blocks, I'm
Yeah,
kind of in between on him.
I would pick up Clifbomb.
We'll see.
I think that power play starts to take off a little bit. I think, yeah, maybe one of these days we'll have I'll put the camera actually on the floor, and we'll write names on like a chalkboard, and Bandit can choose which one. I promise I won't cheat by giving him a treat on the one that's right, but
Do you like Konechny rest of season?
yes.
No, he'll be point per game player. I think he'd be 70 points. I don't think he'll pace that. I think he might get there
Carolina
because of his strong start. I think
Carolina
realistically he's a 60,
goal.
65 point guy. Another one?
Carolina. Yep. Brock McGinn with a goal. What the hell?
Well, we started Dubnik, so that's good. In Fantrax League. So that's just, that ship has sailed. We are losing now
Yeah.
in goaltending stats.
So Konechny, I like him a lot, and I actually talked about him. I think it was on Wednesday's Unsustainable, where I talked about just the what to expect with him. And right now, I don't think he's gonna be point per game, but I think assuming a 67 point guy is actually very, very reasonable if his deployment continues.
As I was saying, 60, 65 rest of the season, which will get him around 70 points at the end. Couturier or Trocheck long term. I would love to say Couturier, but he's not getting the deployment. So I think, I mean, Couturier is such a good player. He's such a good player. And I think I was one of the ones that was super skeptical on him when he finally got a chance. He's always a third line center. Man, he's so good. But I think Trocheck also is very good. And if you're in a bangers league, I'd say Trocheck. If you're not, then it's kind of a toss up. But I'd lean a little bit Couturier because I think he's got a better chance of winding up power play 1 and doing fun stuff.
Yeah. Stone or Dadnov. No hits, pims, or blocks. Dadnov against the Rangers all day.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we are still going. I said I was going to do 2 hours. Gonna do 2 hours.
Might as well make it then. We only got 10 minutes left. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back.
Yep, go for it. How's everyone else doing it today? What are you guys up to? I'm curious. Okay, no, here we go. Questions. Okay, so let's see. So we've got Free Think It, Richard, Kapanen, Keller, Brown, Burakovsky. In what order would you start first? I'm guessing you can only pick one. It depends what you need. They're all so different. I'd probably go... Man, I'd probably go Keller, Brown... I'd probably go Keller, Burakovsky, Brown, Kapanen, I guess. I guess that's kind of in order. It depends what you need, really. Goron, Edmondson, and McGinn. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been weird recently. One of the cool things actually in the stat tracker that I found the other day, which is up here, you can actually see shifts, which is kind of nice. I like seeing this. I didn't realize before that you could see shifts, but it's actually a pretty cool thing. And it also gives you quite a few like giveaways, takeaways, that kind of thing. The stat tracker is pretty nice, actually. I'm a big fan. Let's see what's next here. Ian Jones, start 1. Brown, Cassian, Rad need hits and goals. Radulov, I think. Actually, I know this is crazy, but I'd probably go Cassian, to be honest. I'd honestly probably go Cassian. Just because he has a chance at goals. I mean, he's on a goal streak right now. He gets you hits. Radulov is away. I'd probably go Cassian. Okay. Craig. Yeah, Craig, like the thing is too, like part of it I think is yeah, he might be injured, but a big part of it is just deployment. Like he's playing such a different role from prior years. This isn't the same this isn't the same deployment that Couturier has gotten in the past. His minutes are down around 15%, and his point space is down around 28%. Like a lot of it just kind of points to me, yeah, there might be injuries, but a lot of it to me is just he's on a worse line, getting less ice time. That's it. What's up with Josh Anderson? Everything. I mean, he's getting points, but that's virtually it, to be honest. Like that's just about it. There's not much to Josh Anderson right now. 13-point pace. And the thing with Josh Anderson is like last year his shooting percentage is low. His on ice shooting percentage is really low too. So like that should get better. The issue is just that ice time is really low, and I'd like to see more shots from him. So Josh Anderson to me is a good option later. Right now he's a good stream for. Right now he's a great stream for if you need hits or blocks or something like that. But you can drop him. Oh, nice. Are you on camera? Like, oh, you are. So I could. There you are. Yeah, you're a little bit off to the side, but you're good. So there you go. There's Brandon again for the last 10 minutes or whatever we do. So anyways, yeah, Josh Anderson is like a good stream for now if you have if you need hits or whatever. But ultimately, like he's someone you should drop and pick up when he gets hot, because he will, I think, eventually get a little bit hot. What else? We cleaned the apartment for you, or with you. Not for you. You cleaned the apartment, but we did it with you. I'm glad we were able to keep you company there. Pajot, Giroux, Hoffman, Larkin, start 2. Standard points. I'd go Larkin and Hoffman, honestly. Yeah, Larkin and Hoffman there. No, thank you for watching and tuning in and supporting us and everything.
Did somebody just donate $1? I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, you could? What? How?
It says Dylan, $1 Canadian dollar. I didn't know that was even possible.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Dylan. You are.
Am I more center or less center now? What the hell is going on?
You're good. But thank you. But okay, what else did I miss here? Let's see. So I answered the Peugeot one. And no, yeah, genuinely, thank you everyone for tuning in. We've had 593 playbacks today. It's kind of insane that, so many people joined in. It's really awesome. And makes me want to do this more. It's so fun. Answering questions on the fly like this really tests you as well. Proves that we don't watch games, right, Brandon?
I don't watch games. What are games?
I'm just an aside rant here. I don't think there's anything more offensive than telling people who work in hockey you don't watch games. It's like this thing that you dedicate all your time in life to and you don't watch. Like, really, what do you think we do? We just like do this for fun to bait and switch you? Like, I get that that's like such an easy, thing to just go at and be like, oh yeah, like, that's the easiest attack on analytics is, oh, well, you don't watch, you just look at the numbers. But it's just so offensive to assume that we, like us or anybody really that does hockey for a large part of their life, whether playing or, talking about it, not watching, it's crazy. Anyways, okay, so Dylan, who do I choose tonight between Seguin and Hertl? Go Seguin. Galchenyuk versus Toronto, over Pavelski, Silverberg. I would play Galchenyuk over Pavelski and Silverberg just because Galchenyuk's top power play, top line, and I like Chucky versus the backup goaltender in Toronto. Cassian and Strome.
Ooh, versus... that orange light actually makes me look a little bit more human.
Speaking of orange, who is this?
Dude, this
Dylan.
Orange...
You're amazing. Thank you so much, man. That is incredible. Seriously,
thank you. What a winner.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. And Sean, man, you guys are.
I didn't even know you could do this. This is crazy.
I didn't even know you could do this either. This is crazy. Okay, hold on. Before I say thank you, let me get to these questions really quick. Cassian plus Dylan Strome versus Jordan Staal plus Perron or Bertuzzi. I actually really like Cassian and Dylan Strome over Jordan Staal and Perron. Right?
Say again.
Oh, so it's the trade
Cassian
is
Dylan Strome versus Jordan Staal and Perron. Yeah, I think I do kind of prefer Cassian Dylan Strome. It's tight though.
It's tight, but I'd take that, I think.
Move this up. Dude,
Anderson.
the orange light does make me not look so washed out, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop moving
It,
the camera,
it just
bastard.
evens out the light. Although today I'm using the very cool white light. Okay,
Are
so
you?
Schwartz or Olafson? I'd probably go Schwartz.
I think I go Olafson tonight.
Really? Yeah. You know what? Well, I don't know. Honestly, I like Schwartz, man.
I like Schwartz too, but this is as bright as it goes.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Only
We
so
kind
much
of
can do
disagree
with
a
how
little
much
bit on
white
that
there
one.
is in here, but
So what else? What else? Yeah, Giroux one center sucks. I wish Giroux were back to the wing. Canadian dollar is called a loonie. Cool. I didn't even know you could like donate in Canadian dollars. Like honestly, you guys are amazing. Seriously, thank you for the thank you for the
you
I
don't mean to
yeah,
donate twice. It looks like there's 2 20s up there.
yeah.
I hope
20
you
for
did
each.
Oh, 20 for each. There you go. Thank you.
I'm gonna guess that Dylan is not in the "we don't need you" chanting camp.
You should be though. Everybody should be.
Everyone should be, honestly. Domi, Duchesne, or Couture. All categories are pretty close. I'd go Duchesne and Couture
Um,
because I like Domi versus New Jersey, and I like Couture versus
I like all of them.
yeah, I like all of. I'd go Duchesne and or I'd go Domi and Couture personally.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, you guys are honestly too kind.
Wow, thank you.
Seriously,
I honestly like. I
not-
had no idea you could even do this.
I had no idea you
Oh,
could
no.
do it. That's yeah, amazing. I love you guys. Seriously, this is
Are
making,
Vazzy or Gibson starting? I assume they're both gonna go.
yeah. I'm assuming both of them are going. What else? So, how do you
I
think
would
Bob
start
does?
Vazzy and Grice. Go ahead.
Okay, so on the Bob thing, I actually think that Bob gets kind of shelled, just because the Rangers and Florida are both so like gun ho, like kill me style. Like I will play, but I will die, sort of thing. That I think that Bob. I think Florida hangs him out to dry tonight. I think similar to the Vasilevsky game, right, where Vasilevsky had a bad game against the Rangers. I think the same thing will happen to Florida. Reinhardt or Larkin. Yikes, that is hard. If you need peripherals, like if you need shots and stuff, go Larkin. If you need just points, I'd probably go Reinhardt. And honestly, even if it's a loony and it gets us 1 cent, I'd still have a smile ear to ear and be like, "Oh my god,
one
someone
cent
actually
more than I expected to get today."
I know. Well, seriously. And you said Vassy and Gibson or Grice. So
I say Vazzy.
you would
and
say,
Grice.
did you say Vassy and Gibson? You said Vassy and Grice, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. Subject to change. That's you guys are awesome. And I'll
You been
again
tanning, maybe, or is it
Huh?
just your hair that makes you look tan?
both. I have not been tanning. No, it's just lighting. I don't know.
It's not the lighting.
It is the lighting. Go back and
hair.
watch some of the videos. Like I look like a pale ghost compared. Like it's always like if you watch the videos, it's fun
But
because
you said you're using a white light. I'm using an orange light, and I'm not as tan as you are looking.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so what's
Hair.
next here? It's the hair. The hair makes my face look far more tan. I think that's an actual fact. Thank you, Richard, for the 499. Awesome, you guys are amazing, and Dylan as well. You guys are.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so much, everybody.
Yeah, seriously.
What an
I
outpouring of support.
did not expect it at all. That's insane. Start Gibson over Kemper or Hellebuck. Nah, I'd keep
No.
Kemper and Hellebuck.
Actually, I'd start Gibson over Hellebuck. I think
Mhm.
it's pretty close.
Really?
The odd. I just think that. Wow, Shani, thank you.
Oh
I just
my
think
god.
that the odds, Hellebuck has a higher chance of getting shelled into the floor by Tampa.
I had tea in my mouth. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I trust Hellebuck. Honestly, and Dylan, by the way, the use of the poop emoji, 10 out of 10 quality there. What else? Let's see. Am I missing some stuff? Thanks for convincing me to draft Hamilton. Yes. I'm so glad I stole Hamilton from Brandon after he was high on him.
I was so.
'Cause I remember-
because you're taking in the 5th round and stuff. I was like, you're a maniac.
I gave Brandon crap for drafting Hamilton high. He was like, "Oh, take Hamilton high," and then I dug into his numbers and what could happen, and I was like, "Whoa, hold on, Brandon's right, and I think he's better than what he even thinks. I'm gonna one up him and take him in the 5th round every single time." And it worked out, I guess.
It is obviously spray tan, by the way.
It's not. I do not tan. It's light. Is it time to? I would tell you if I spray tan. I have no shame.
And now
Is
that
it
I
time
see
to?
your hair, I know you have no shame.
That is true. Is it time to sell high on John Carlson? No, 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 no. Just ride out until the end of the season. In my opinion, he's a ride or die. I'm holding till the end. No one's gonna give you what he's worth. What his ceiling is worth, at least. We
Somebody
don't know
said they
what it
got
is.
offered Skinner for Ehlers straight up. Did you hint to that one?
Not
The
yet.
Roto League.
No.
He's leaning. I think I would actually take it.
Uh,
They're very similar players, but Skinner's never going to get bumped off top power play.
Yeah, I'd agree with that too.
I
Yeah,
think
just because
Ehlers
of
is in
power
a
play
good
points.
situation right now, but I don't think it lasts season long.
It's hard to find goal scorers like Skinner as well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start
Start one.
Stasny, Radulov, Palmieri, Duclair, Radulov.
Yeah, rad for sure. Oh man, that's yeah. We really need to get some kind of hats or T-shirts or something for people that don't freeze most of the year.
What do you do? Surfboards?
No, I mean
They seem high
dude,
price point.
man, when I lived in California, I didn't really. I'm not a big like beach cold water person. At least in California, like all the water's cold. Let's see what else. Offered Konechny for Tatar. I'd take Konechny.
Yep.
Yeah, take Konechny. I mean, Tatar's been on fire, but that's a great sell high. And thank you, Krazel. Now I'm down to your thing. It's man.
Kirillov, I have Hurdle,
Yeah.
Kane, and Meyer. Really want to
Thank
trade
you. Thank you, Bob. Fix your
one
eyes,
to not
Brandon.
stack the Sharks. Who could I try?
Fix your eyes.
What happened?
He doesn't even look okay. Bob
What did I do?
Brians. He doesn't even look spray tan, Brandon. Fix your eyes, sir. Yes. Yes. And then Goron says spray tan and wig. I can promise you. I can pull my hair, not a wig.
I would to answer that question, I would move Hurdle. I think he's playing very well. I would trade him while he's hot, and I like him the least of the three.
Agreed. I have Kane and Meyer on one team. I would keep Kane and Meyer, and I would trade Hurdle. And honestly,
he looks more orange than me, and I have an orange light on. Am I just pink? Am I just a pink person?
You are a pink person. For Hurdle, honestly, too, the thing with Hurdle is you can actually get some pretty good comparables.
Yeah.
Like you can get some pretty it's going to be easy to find a comparable that makes that stack less worth it, right? Like you can find a comparable for honestly, Ehlers may be a good one.
Yeah.
Like Ehlers is a good like comparable target sort of thing, or Konechny or someone like that. Like I think you can find a good one. Start one, Pavelski or Kaloran.
Pavelski. Killorn, it's fun, but I know he's not power play, but that's all he's got going. I think I would play Pavelski.
A good wig is still a wig.
Yep. Thanks everybody. Like I can't believe people actually don't. I didn't
I know.
know you could, and B, can't imagine people would actually give us money for things. But thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, more starts now.
Yeah.
What's funny is, it's all crazy. Did not expect that. So how's this game going so far? Let's see. So it's in the first. Are there any numbers for each category I should be aiming for? Like, how do I know if my team is too imbalanced without losing too many matchups? So to answer that, Richard. Oh wait. There's a goal. There was a goal.
Another one.
Another one. Who got it? Let me see. Wait, maybe not.
I don't see
I thought
one.
there was. I saw it on the box score. Maybe I'm blind. I might be blind. Yeah, I guess not. I think they just
got an
changed.
assist. I remember we told somebody to play him, so that feels.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
right,
they
I
just
guess.
added. Oh, they just added the assists on the box score on Stat Tracker. That's why. Okay. We have a few questions here. So free thinking, Richard first. So there's not any number specifically you want to hit in a category. What I would look at though is I would look at how the whole league is doing, right? So go to your team stats in Yahoo or wherever you're at. And in those team stats or whatever, that's where you want to look and see how you're doing. You don't necessarily need to be at the top of everything. You kind of want to be in like the top 4 of everything. And you want to be competitive every single week. That's kind of what you're hoping for. There's not really a specific number you should aim for. It's just, are you better than everyone else on most weeks? And that's really what it comes down to.
Yep.
Okay, so now let's talk about
above average, unless you're intentionally punting something, which is pretty viable.
Yep. And you can also use our in-season tool, which has that power index. That should help a lot too, to give you an idea. Like for example, like on on the actual team stats, you may look at it and you may be third, but you may be off by a ton compared to first, and that just gives you an idea of what you can chase, what you can't, things like that. So I'd recommend that too. But so any buy, now let's talk about buy low candidates. We skimmed over this before. Let's talk a little bit about buy low candidates. There's quite a few in my opinion. It depends really how high or low you want to aim. I think Klingberg is a good buy low.
Yep.
Klingberg is a pretty good buy low. If we look at, I think Blake Wheeler is a good one. Braden Point is a good one. I'm trying to think of who else.
Actually,
Dylan Larkin is still, in my opinion, a good buy low. Bobrovsky is still a good buy low from a goaltender perspective. I'm trying to think of who else I'd target. Timo Meier may still be a buy low because I still think people are undervaluing him to what his actual potential could be.
Radulov, I think.
Radulov is a good one.
A lot of Dallas is unsurprising, but
yeah. Okay, so those are a few of those. I'll keep thinking about them. Gallagher, Besser, Hoffman start to. Gallagher and Bess.
Gallagher and Besser, I think. Yeah, they're all good starts, but
yeah, I think Gallagher and Besser. Trying to trade Backstrom, but no biters. Want a center back and a banger since I have two other Caps players, Holtby and Ovi. What's a fair return for Backstrom? You know, if you can't get something, okay, so because you're stacking Holtby and Ovi, you're okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
The stack part doesn't matter there because you have a goaltender. If you can't get a fair return for Backstrom, I would just hold with Ovi.
Yeah. Who's comparable though? I mean, you're looking for like a 75-point guy with not great peripherals. I mean, Couturier would be a good example if he was not doing second line stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But
that V-neck is high. It's actually a button up. It's just not buttoned all. It's just like not buttoned probably where it should be buttoned. Whatever. But I'm glad I got the sweat emoji. I have gone over the Pavelski thing. You know how I feel about Pavs. I am low on Pavs. Very low on Pavs. Do you still take risks with? Okay, so if you're winning a matchup, do you still take risks with, say, goalies who can give you negative points? No.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how your points league's set up. If you're unlikely to go negative, like a lot of leagues, like you have to really have a bad game, then it's fine. But if it's like, I saw a league earlier today where basically you only got points for winning, and if you lost, it took like 10 or 11 saves to make up one goal against. In that case, definitely not.
Yeah,
but it depends on how your league's broken out. But.
So my league, I have a league like this where a goaltender can go negative really easily. And my rule in that league is I only pick up goaltenders that could get me negatives if I'm down and I need upside, right? Because if they get you a lot of negatives, that means that probably they also get you a lot of positives if they get a win or get a lot of saves. So I would only do it in a scenario where I'm winning. Now, if I'm down in a matchup, flip that around. I confuse my words. If I'm down in a matchup, I'll do that. If I'm winning in a matchup, what I'll do is I'll actually always pick up a skater who can't get me negative points and has a lower ceiling, but just has a better floor. Because when you're up in a matchup, all you need is a solid floor to keep you afloat. Mm-hmm. And if a player beats you while you're up, nothing you can do there. Fine. But to prevent a potential outburst from the other team is just not worth it, in my opinion. It's just too big of a risk. That's not worth it. Pavelski fourth line, not great. Live in Rio. Ooh, a Brazilian hockey fan. I love it. That's awesome. I bet there's not very many Brazilian hockey fans. I know there's not many Mexican hockey fans. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Let's see. Someone dropped Tarasenko. I have 2 IR spots. Yeah, I would use 5th waiver out of 10 on Tarasenko all day.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to come back.
Actually, hold on.
Honestly, I don't think he's going to come back.
If he's not back until the last week of your playoffs, then no, I wouldn't use it.
I bet he's not playing this season. Would be my guess. So I would pick him up as a free grab, but beyond that, no. That's just playing Colorado 27th bullet. Yeah, I mean that's why you play him.
Yeah,
you need to play some dude we never heard of. But you know who was a dude we never heard of last season? Jordan Binnington, baby.
Yeah, okay, but Werner just played and got shelled.
Yeah, is he starting again?
I don't know. It's either Werner or Bibeau, though. Bibeau played yesterday, right?
Dude, Bibeau's mask, though.
Dude, Bibeau's save. Let me see if I can find it, actually. I'm going to try to find it, and I'll give you some goalie breakdown here. One of the goals they scored on him was so bad. I mean, when the puck comes out to the top of the crease, or out to the top of the circles, the way it did, normally, if you're on your post like it was, actually, I really want to find a video of this, because, I watched it, and I was like, that is some of the worst,
No, you look that up. I'll keep going on these questions.
Yeah, you keep going. I'm gonna find this.
Bob available off free agency. I have Rask, Binnington, Kemper. points league with points for wins, saves, and games started, minus points for goals against. Do I
Wow,
drop somebody?
that is hard.
You've got like 3 of the best goaltenders right now.
I mean, honestly, it depends how many points you get. Like, if goaltenders have the highest upside, I'd just have 4 and try to trade one at some point.
Yeah, that's not a bad option.
But if Bob is on FA and he hasn't been picked up, then that probably means goaltenders may not be worth it enough
Yeah, it
to
would be
actually
interesting to
take that
grab
risk.
Bob and trade Rask because Rask is
Yeah.
still overproducing right now.
I'm trying to find. Okay,
Reinhardt,
keep.
Palmieri, Tuck start 2. Reinhardt and Tuck by a hair. I think I already said Palmieri versus Tuck and went Tuck, so I'll keep saying that. Good sell high candidates.
Peugeot.
Well, yeah, I mean, and most sane people aren't actually going to pay for Peugeot, but well, like Rask just mentioned one. I think Rask is still overperforming. I mean, NHL Fantasy on Ice or whoever they are apparently think that he's like the second best goalie right now, which
That's so dumb.
don't think so. So I would definitely be using him. Who else? Dougie Hamilton. As much as I like him, he's a little bit too much right now. Who else? Who's a good forward option?
Forward option to sell high.
Yeah.
Probably some Montreal players, honestly. There's quite a few there that are
Well, yeah. I mean, like a player that's actually decent already, maybe. Because I mean, you could say Tatar. You could sell high,
yeah,
but
man,
he did get benched recently, which is interesting.
yeah, I can't find this video. I don't know where I saw it the other day. But essentially, here's what happened with Bobo. So, like when the puck was down in the back left corner, and Bobo was on his post, they passed it out in front. It was at the top of the circles, and Bobo, instead of, usually when you're a goaltender, what you want to do is you want to go from post in that situation to the top of the crease to pretty much cut off the angle. Bobo instead went literally lateral, was way deep in his crease, like Hank deep, and then then he got beat over his shoulder. And I was like, of course you're gonna get beat over your shoulder there. Like you're you have no angle. It was just really bad. You could tell that the guy yeah, it was just straight up bad. Is Riddick's production sustainable for the rest of the season?
I think he's gonna be decent.
Yeah, he's gonna be decent. I don't think he was streaky last year, and I think he'll be streaky again this year. I think that's what you'll see. Love the Bus Watch series. Makes it 10 times better when I see my guys on them. That's did you answer the Reinhardt one? Palmieri and Tuck?
Yep.
Okay.
Wish I had a more useful question than beyond to help everyone talk this week. Oh, I've been there. We've all been there.
I mean, we ask each other that literally all the time. Yeah, everyone was hyped. I remember when people were hyped on Bobo for a little bit. It was funny. Yeah. Hey, look, I love the Habs. Actually, I think the Habs are one of the most underrated teams this season. But the actual players on them from a fantasy perspective are just a little bit too hyped. Yeah. Tatar is crazy. 30th in Bangers League. It's insane. They're all scoring 100 points this year. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. It's pretty insane. We've had 637 playbacks so far today. Man, that is pretty insane.
They're all stars. Yeah. I mean, even when the stars are not doing well, you got to just either trade if you can or just wait it out. But waiting out is usually the better option.
Yeah, normally. So really, like the question of like when you drop a star or not is really just about ceiling and floor, right? A star, normally the thing that you have, the reason you hold because of that ceiling. You don't necessarily hold because you're hoping for it. It's just that if you pick up someone on waivers, their ceiling is way lower than that star, and you can't replace
their
those
floor is also
ceilings.
Significantly lower. That's the big thing to me is higher floor usually.
Yeah, exactly. Higher floor and higher ceiling, and so it's like, okay, you're sacrificing that, and at some point it does become worth it, but not eventually. Okay. Thinking about marrying Gaborik. He's making a comeback of a lifetime.
Yeah.
I heard Marian Hossa is also going to make the comeback of a lifetime.
He didn't have a chance of getting top power play. He does.
No, I don't think so. I mean, here's the thing on Subban. We kind of talked about this on the week preview, so this is a little bit of a preview of the week preview. But the thing is too that now that we know that Taylor Hall is not going to stay, it doesn't really matter if he gets top power play. It's going to be an awful top power play once Hall is gone. I have 4 centers on my roster: Matthews, Point, Couture, and Krejci, but no utility slot. They often play on the same nights.
Krejci.
Yeah, yeah, I would drop Krejci for a streamer spot. Absolutely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Did Calgary overachieve yet last year? Yes, they did.
Hmm.
They everybody on that
Highest
team
scoring. Yeah.
was over indexed on shot percentage and on ice shooting percentage. They were the highest, the most likely team to regress from a whole team perspective.
Yep.
Um, I mean, Goudreau is not going to get near 100 points again, probably, but I mean, he should be decent. I think they're going to be all right. They're just not going to be anywhere near they were last season. I think.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I agree. I mean, when we talked about them in the team preview, way back in the preseason, we talked
Bruins
about
went
how
IR.
they're
What?
uh, interesting. But so Calgary had an insanely high shooting percentage last year, and that influenced everybody on the team. And so in the preseason, we had said be careful with them just because that shooting percentage was crazy inflated for everyone, down to Giordano and everyone, and that affects assists as well. So they were all supposed to come down from an assist perspective, and so I think that they're still fine. It's just that if you had expectations like last season, then yeah, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Um, and yeah, I agree with that. The Habs having three second lines and a third line. They're very balanced, and they actually control shot rates really really well from an advanced stats perspective.
Yep.
Um, Need to upgrade right wing. Do you think I could get Wheeler for Domi, Duchesne plus Ryan Strome? It honestly depends on that kind of an offer. I will say that kind of an offer I'd message before actually sending. I wouldn't send that trade. I would message and see where they're at. I would say
Yeah.
pretty much, hey, would you be interested in moving Wheeler, and go from there and let them kind of start to set a price.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think you'll get it for that. To be fair.
yeah, I don't think so either, but you never know. Yes, we are still here. What,
All right,
Michelle?
that's crazy. But
What did you go eat? I want to know what you ate. What team is likely to get pick Hall in a trade? I mean, if yeah, so the Devils announced pretty much, or I guess in the news, I'm guessing they floated this to journalists, but Hall is going to leave, and I think it's actually going to be sooner rather than later. It seems like Hall wants out. He requested a trade apparently.
we heard that from
Um,
like a kind of not great source, though.
I
So
don't. So here's why I believe it though. So it went from the Devils apparently not being interested in re-signing him to then okay maybe he's going to he's probably going to leave to then Hall asking for a trade. So I think it's real.
yeah,
I think this is going to happen.
but we can't
Um,
say who to. I mean, we can speculate because Hall doesn't
yeah,
get to choose, right? So
no. I mean Edmonton is a really good option.
yeah,
I think Edmonton is a fantastic option. I think they would kill. The thing is, I
they
don't
have
know
to
if it
figure out the
actually
cap space situation though to fit him.
cap space, and on top of that, the other thing is, I think he'd actually end up on the second line with Nugent Hopkins.
Yeah, probably, which
Yeah.
is fine actually. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously not as good, but I think he'll be fine if that does happen. That does seem
Oh,
like a. I mean, there in Colorado, I think would make sense.
yeah.
But
What else did I miss? Ryan or Dylan Strome or someone else like a Howla. I'm guessing this is for pickups.
I like Dylan Strom the most while he's playing on that
Yeah,
line.
yeah, I like Dylan Strome while he's with Kane. And also, oh yeah, that omelet sounds delicious. Um, does league type determine the number of streamer spots you would have?
So I'm actually going
So
to record a one-on-one
yeah,
about this very soon. Streamer value. It depends on how many pickups you get. Is the biggest thing. If you only get two pickups, or if you have a max on the whole season, then it yeah. Back for Larson. It kind of changes the narrative a bit. But assuming you have standard four pickups, unlimited for the season, then I think two is probably the correct amount of streamer spots to have, regardless of size. Um,
yeah.
any more than that, and you really, really have to be active. One is fine. Not having any is handcuffing yourself.
Yeah. I usually have one or two. Although honestly, the truth of the matter too is though, you shouldn't force streamer spots to happen. And I bet you'll talk about this in the 101, but
Oh,
like
I'm going to talk about how you should. At least one.
interesting.
You should have one.
I'm not against like especially really early in the season. I don't mind. Duclair absolutely has value in a deep 14 team league.
Yep.
Definitely does. I'm not against like if you have a really good team, like just sitting on it for a little bit. I also Hall to Colorado is really interesting. I've seen Hall to Colorado, I've seen Hall to Edmonton, I've seen Hall to Vancouver. Vancouver is somewhat interesting actually. Like if they could get him, that'd be pretty insane. Um, I feel like those three teams do make sense quite a bit. It's just I think the big question mark with Hall is what happens. What happens for or what do the Devils want? I think that's the hardest thing is do they want players that are good now? Do they want prospects? Do they want to pick? That's the tough thing, I think, in my opinion. What's the next one here? Couture versus Detroit or Point versus Winnipeg? I think you.
I'd have Point.
I think Point. You just trust the best guy.
Yep.
Kucherov and Johansson for Kucherov.
What?
What? Are there two Kucherovs? There's two Kucherov.
Leonard Nash or Demko at Colorado.
Wow. Demko.
Yeah, Demko, I think.
Demko.
What's with Gaudreau being hot lately? Don't expect it to last.
Yeah, I don't expect that to last. I think it's simply it's just a luck thing. Here, I'll pull up here. Let's pull up his stats here on the in-season tool. I'll switch over to that view so you can take a look at what's happening. So Gaudreau, in his last 3 games, he has 3 points, so point per game pace. He's still only on a 41-point pace on the season as a whole. His shots are down quite a bit, or not down. They're up from last year, but it's still such a low shot. He has a 19% shooting percentage, 17% over the last 3 days. On ice shooting percentage of 22.22%.
That's it. Schmaltz stuff.
There you go. Schmaltz stuff. Yeah. So, and his offensive zone starts are only 23%. So he's like a Pajot, getting really lucky. Just like Pajot, getting super lucky, and that's about it. What's up next?
That's a lot of
bets. So the Sunday off on night tables. I'm guessing you're talking about either the tool or the stuff we put on the show, and either way, I'm glad those have helped. Bets for today.
It was Kucherov and Johansson for McKinnon.
Oh,
I like Kuch still. I know that.
Yeah,
like he hasn't played enough games. It's not really. It's kind of apples to oranges at the moment.
And honestly, like if you look at compared to last season, he's not terribly off from last. I mean, he's on the whole season as a whole. He's on an 87-point pace. Over the last 7 days, he's gotten 5-2 though. Of course, there was the Ranger game, but I'd still his shooting percentage is pretty much the same as last year. The big difference is just that his shots in general are down. That's the thing that's a little worrying with Kucherov is his shots are down 20%. So that's one thing to pay attention to see if those come up or down. What else here?
Someone drop Landeskog worth a stash. Yes, he is.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Jim Ben and Hamilton or Malkin and Clefbaum.
Wait, where's that?
A little bit below that. I think Malkin and Clefbaum. I'm really high on Malkin rest of the season.
Yeah.
Hamilton's great, but Ben is blech, and Clefbaum has value. And I like Malkin more than anybody.
The only reason I'm not sure I think Hall goes to Carolina is I don't think they'd want to I don't think they'd want to trade in division.
Yeah.
Keep 4+1 rookie. You already answered that one.
No, I didn't. Currently have
Eichel, Barkov, Marner, Draisaitl, Makar. My keepers. Trade Eichel for Hall.
I mean, you have Marner and Draisaitl are wing eligible, are they not?
Yeah, they should be.
I don't. Actually, I mean, if you could pull that off, I would do that. Eichel's been super strong, but I think Hall is better than people think.
I'd keep Eichel.
Yeah,
I'd keep Eichel. I mean,
you will get to keep Eichel for longer too.
Yeah, they're fair, but I just think Eichel. And the other thing with Hall is you're getting uncertainty in terms of what happens where he goes. I wouldn't want that uncertainty. I'd keep.
I don't think Morrissey's going to heat up all that much.
I mean, I think the only thing is I do think at some point he gets top power play again.
I mean, he is sort of. They're just kind of doing the 1A 1B thing right now.
The thing is that I know we're like a little bit worried about Morrissey, but he's on a 55-point pace.
Yeah, that's definitely he's not going to do better than that.
Really good. So I think right now what you see right now is what you're going to get, which is a pretty good defenseman at 55 points on pace right now. Healthy on ice shooting percentage, healthy shooting percentage. Good.
Okay, it's almost 3. Paces. So definitely wrap this up. I'll quickly go through the rest of these. Help me with Zibanejad. Hang on to him. He's still worth it.
Definitely.
You have a dead spot that sucks, but he's still worth it.
Yeah.
How long is Landeskog supposed to be out for? They won't tell us. We don't know. No, December is the only thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Hurdle or Larkin today.
Hurdle, I think.
Probably Hurdle.
Is Logan Brown any good? He missed a wide open net last night, but he's actually supposed to be pretty good. I've got him in Dynasty. He's getting top line, top power play. If you're in really deep league, he's actually one of my mentions on Monday's episode for a pickup. So I do think he's worth. Best backup stream: Demko, Halak, Allmark, Reimer.
Demko.
Demko. Yep.
Yeah, I think Demko for sure. And then I'm trying to find the video of Logan Brown missing Oh, here it is. Oh wait, look at the Bobby Ryan one. Here, I'll show it real quick. Look at this Bobby Ryan miss.
It's the exact same thing. Bobby Ryan missed a slightly harder version of Logan Brown.
God. That's amazing.
Yes, okay to drop Subban once Landeskog comes back.
Yeah, definitely.
Where
is? Oh, I found the Logan Brown one. I think
it's worse.
Oh my God.
It's worse than the Bobby Ryan one.
Why are there no videos of this? This is a joke. I missed it last night.
Wendy, Crosby, Hornquist, Grubauer, and Marner all out. That sucks for you.
Wow, that's
Pajot over Mantha. Yes, play Mantha.
Yeah, I don't know where this video is. Oh well.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Bobby Ryan.
It's the same thing as Bobby Ryan.
It was actually an easier shot, but the puck came a little bit closer to his feet, but still.
Yeah, I found a picture of it, but the picture doesn't do it justice, apparently. Yeah, definitely want to do more live streams in the future.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna stay on probably for like 10 minutes and then head out. If you want to head out, that's fine. I'll switch over to the other one.
I will see you guys later. Thanks for coming out. And thanks for the donation. Brandon. That was super appreciated. And
yeah, seriously, you guys are awesome.
It really makes us feel good.
I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer. Brandon's gonna sign off, but
bye. I have a child and a wife. And a life.
Anthony Duclair, Riley Smith in the util spot. Probably Riley Smith. I think I'd go Riley Smith versus LA over Anthony Duclair. Let's take a look at how this game is going. So end of the first in this Carolina game. Let's take a look at what's going on here. I'm gonna get. I'll go get a Bandit and bring him back on. He'll be the replacement. I'll put him in that little side screen or that side screen. So what is happening here in this? So Dubnyk is sucking. Fantastic. I did end up setting my lineups actually. I set them with like 5 minutes to go. Luckily, like I was playing my Carolina players. I really only have Hamilton on all my teams from Carolina, so that was pretty much it. And I don't have any wild players, so I was okay in that regard. But yeah, I was able to set lineups fine. So let's see. So Dubnyk is sucking. Fantastic. I'm glad I dropped him for Martin Jones. At least I got the wins, I suppose. What else is going on? A lot of shots on goal for Minnesota. Who's shooting? Eriksson Ek. Jason, Zach Parise has a few shots on goal here. What about Carolina? Who's shooting? Man, balanced shooting today. Svech has nothing. Look at that. 8 shifts so far, though. Do you think the time of the day, matinee, early day games, for example, I can't give you like, I can give you an opinion. I haven't dug into the stats yet. So let me see if I can do this actually. Let's look at, for example, I think Yahoo actually has this breakdown, or someone somewhere. I don't know where it is. Someone has a breakdown. Ooh, why is it going to Yahoo Finance or whatever this is? I must have clicked on something wrong. Splits. No, for whatever reason that button does not work. So here we go. So here's the breakdown. You can see kind of the day and night games here. You can see like 5 points in 9 games played. For the most part, when I've dug through these, like I haven't seen that big of a difference in day versus night. And also the issue is it's hard to say really, like with confidence, because the sample size is always so low. Like you can't compare 78 night games to 4 day games, right? The sample size just isn't right. For the most part, I'd normally say I don't think there's a difference. I think the only position you might be able to see a little bit more of a difference on, and by the way, I forgot to show you. So on like Yahoo Sports's player Yahoo Sports's player thing, I guess. What is this? Their player profile. If you go to splits, you can actually see their day versus night here. And so this is their career. This is Dougie Hamilton's career. The problem is just this sample size. You can't compare those two. I think for goaltenders, you can see a little bit sometimes, like goaltenders are a little bit more tired or a little bit out of it. But yeah, not that much. I don't think there's that much of a difference. So thoughts on Hutton? Goalies are potentially lethal in my league, but can roast you if they lose. I've been rolling Hutton and Bob. It's killing me. Do I stream Hutton's spot? It depends who's available, Patrick. If you have good goaltenders available, then probably. But if there's not good goaltenders available, then I'd probably stay put. But Hutton is most likely a streamable option. Yes, we are still alive. Not for too much longer, I don't think, but long enough now. Pick 2, Bishop, Lundqvist, and Demko. Need wins and save percentage. Bishop, Lundqvist, and Demko wins and save. So I don't think Bishop gets the win. I think Demko for sure is a good start. Then it gets down to Bishop or Hank. And the Rangers have a 46.5% chance of winning. Dallas has a 40.1% chance of winning. It's probably very gutsy. I'd probably play Hank. Man, that's tough. Let's do this here real quick too. Let's go into the in-season tool and take a look. So here's what I'd say, actually. I think I'd go Demko and Bishop. You get the save percentage from Bishop and Demko at the very least. The thing with Hank is that he could get you a win, but he's probably going to kind of tank your save percentage. So I'd go Bishop and Demko. As for the graphics and everything, that's all me. I do all the graphics. I do all the graphic design work and the video work, and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't see me as much in Discord, apologies. That's why, because I'm normally busy making videos or graphics or something like that. So that's the reason I'm not as active as Brandon in emails or Twitter or whatever. I'm normally on the side doing that stuff. So yeah. Man, if you have Korpisalo and Mike Smith, your best goalies, I would Korpisalo, Mike Smith, tough spot to be in for sure. Yeah. That's not I would keep Hutton, I think, if Korpisalo and Mike Smith are your options. It's gonna be a woman, and the woman is going to be a masculine child. Spray tanning and designing. Yeah, that's what I do. I design with one hand. I spray tan with the other one. 3 starts minimum league. Messed up my draft. I have no starters. Locke and Ranta. Who would be a decent starter target? So you could target Markstrom potentially. Markstrom may not cost you that much because people may think he's losing a starting role. And then what you could do is you could end up grabbing Demko off waivers too. So you could run Demko and Markstrom. That's one option. Martin Jones is a decent option. You can at least get wins. And if San Jose is really turning a corner, Jones is a decent option. If I'm trying to think of who else here. Bob is a good high-end option if you want to go for him. Yeah, I think that's I think those are kind of the ones that I would target the most at the moment. It's hard to target anybody else. Pick up Killorn or Eberle. Yeah, I'd pick up Killorn probably at the moment, because it'll be a streamer spot for the most part. Killorn's currently top power play, and Killorn is probably the best streamer at the moment compared to Eberle. Can you post a video every time the Rangers change the D-man on their top power play? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's ridiculous. I mean, I haven't even checked what happened since, like, are they even still top power play? Or is Fox even still top power play? I won't. Don't worry, I won't do that. Yeah, Adam Fox is still top power play. Okay. Um, which would you start of Heeshear, Sorelli, or Eller? Uh, Heeshear. I don't. Yeah, none of them are really fantastic. I'm yeah, like you said. I think I remember you saying that it was a pretty deep league. So I'd go Heeshear there. What else is going on? It sucks that Druin got injured. Um, how many spots are available for listener leagues? So next year, we'll do as many listener. I mean, honestly, we haven't talked about it much about how we're going to do it next year. We may move kind of towards a cupful style. We may be in all the leagues again. We're doing like a bench list sort of thing, so it's a little bit easier. We may make them a little bit even less like managing heavy, just that people can be in. A lot of people don't like to be in multiple leagues, so we wanted to make them so that everyone could join and still be in and not have to manage them too much, more like a best ball style. So there's going to be tons of spots available. We give priority to patrons, and so we fill them with patrons. So next year when we get closer, we'll announce when we're starting to open up listener leagues, and have to be a patron for the year, and then you get to be in the listener league. So that's how we'll do it. And look, we hate putting things behind any type of paywall, as you see here. Like, we don't put anything behind paywalls. The only thing we do put is kind of listener leagues, just because they take time. Just one of those things that are fun. And so yeah, so pay attention next year to, or early in the season. We'll mention more about the listener leagues. We'll start to fill them somewhat early during the off season. Sit Wheeler, I'm playing Teemo and Mantha over him. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I might play Wheeler over Mantha. Just kind of depends what you need. But Teemo gets you the peripherals that Wheeler would get you, so I'd be fine with Wheeler benching instead of Mantha. Is Human? I'm guessing, yeah, Hyman. Is Hyman worth rostering a deep 14 team? He's hyped because he's on the Leafs. We know exactly who Hyman is. This happens every single season where Hyman gets picked up a ton just because he's on the Leafs, and every time he disappoints, and we always get questions. Like, this happened last year too. People picked up Hyman. We got tons of questions about it. We were like, it's not worth it. Like, we've seen who Hyman is, and he's just not fantasy relevant. So yeah, it's hype. In a 14-team league, he might be worth it, honestly, as a streamer, and then you just give him a really, really short leash and then potentially drop. But for the most part, the message there is not worth it. Who would you sit between these guys? JT Miller, Nylander, Bertuzzi could use shots and points. I would probably bench JT Miller, honestly. I don't like the line he's on. Gusev really did. He has a good points per season. I mean, there's a little bit of hope for Gusev, especially if they get rid of Hall, just from a more ice time perspective. But I wouldn't say that there's that much hope for Nikita Gusev. I'd say that the hope is pretty low on him, honestly. Dylan Strome or Sam Reinhart rest of the season? I gotta go Sam Reinhart. Strome is a good option, but the problem is that Strome could be moved off that top or that line with Patty Kane at any moment, and as soon as that happens, bam, not worth it. Whereas Sam Reinhart, he's pretty much a lock for good time. Oh, Miller practiced with PD and Besser. Well, that would change a lot of things of what we said today, potentially, maybe. I didn't actually see that he had practiced on that line with Besser and PD again. If he is playing with Besser and PD again, well then, that might change things. Is Quinn Hughes worth rostering in 10-team league? It depends. Depends on who your defensemen are and who else is out there, and who you'd be dropping for him. If say it's like a 5 defenseman roster and a 10-team league, then most likely yes. I would say that probably in like 60% of cases, I'd say that yes, Quinn Hughes is worth rostering, but yeah, it's very deeply. I forgot to include his cats. When I asked originally, I started Kofi and Joe install. Kofi's probably around assist. It's you live and die. When it's a league that deep, I'm I don't blame you for having some bad decisions. It's fine. Is Strom an immediate drop? No, not actually. Simply because when Zibanejad went out, they had split up Zibanejad and Panarin. So there is a chance actually that Strom keeps that top line. The thing to watch is top power play. If he loses that top power play quickly, then yes, he becomes pretty much an immediate drop. Yeah, I like Arvidsson. Arvidsson is pretty unsustainable at the moment. Unsustainably low, from what I remember doing the research on him. Let's pull that up. So his minutes are down, which is a little concerning. His shots are down, which is the most concerning thing. His shots are down around 33%. His minutes are down like 8%. You know, no. If you're in a block league, keep Clefbaum all day. Clefbaum is leading the league in blocks and projected to get even more blocks. Like, yeah, don't trade Clefbaum for Couturier for sure. Any prospects you need to keep an eye on for this year? Boquist is one in Chicago. I know he already got called up, but he's another one that could potentially kind of get the call up. Igor Shesterkin on the Rangers is one to pay attention to if they move, if they decide to move Georgiev at the deadline. Obviously, like the ones that are playing in Philadelphia, in like Joel Farabee and whatnot. Start one Wheeler, Radulov, Raquel. Could use shots and points. Probably Rad. Rad's been shooting like a monster, and I think he'll get points. Yeah, I'd go Radulov. Arvidsson and Slavin for Subban and Gallagher. Yeah, I'd do that. Actually, I wouldn't do that. I'd keep Gallagher. Well, depends what your cats are. Like if your cats include peripherals, I'd keep Gallagher, as in hits and stuff. I'd keep Gallagher, and then at this point, like if you're getting Slavin back, I'd just drop Subban and pick up a streamer defenseman. It's worth more than Slavin. Slavin is more droppable than Subban is, to be honest. Sit one today, Vander Kane. Wow, that is tough. Oh man. Okay, Brent, to answer that one, I'm gonna need what the cats or points are and what you need. Like, do you need goals? Do you need assists? Do you need hits? Do you need shots? Because that is a really, really tough one. I mean, you know how much I love Vander Kane. It's hard to ever recommend benching Vander Kane. Yeah, so if your league counts those cats or like hits and stuff, just keep Gallagher, and then yeah, that Ovi hit last night was pretty insane. I would actually argue that Ovi should probably get a call from the league for that. Nice. Playing some 4D chess there, Kyle. Well done. Well done. Okay, folks, I'm going to give it another like 4 minutes here, and then I'm going to sign off too, I think. This has been fun. It's been very fun. I think we should do more streams. People seem to like them too. I think we might actually do some midweek streams this week because there's a lot of pretty insane. Like the schedule is really bad. Oh, the listener leagues are fun because they're all It's just we want to make them. Well, they're benchless, so you really don't need to do much. We did too many ads per week this year, I think, and they're really active. I think we want to make them a little bit less active in the future. Just active from a you need to pay attention a lot. I like Leonard quite a bit right now. Dumoulin or Galchenyuk. Yeah, I'd do Galchenyuk over Dumoulin for sure. Leonard or streaming spot depends who's out there for you. If Leonard I like a lot. Kind of depends on cats too. If like Leonard's faces a lot of shots, has a pretty good save percentage. Pretty good, as in very, very good. I have Bishop and Riddick already. Minnesota scored a goal. What? I didn't even know they could do that. Is that allowed? Is Minnesota allowed to score goals? Luke Kunin, assisted by Jonas Brodin and Jordan Greenway. Greenway is looking good recently. Greenway is a good multicat monster too, or becoming a multicat monster. He's someone to pay attention to in future years for sure. Need goals, assists, power play goals, and power play points. If you need power, so going back to this, need so Brent needs goals, assists, power play goals, power play assists. And they have Kane, Ovechkin, or Huberdeau. Honestly, this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd probably bench Ovechkin. I'd probably bench Ovechkin. I think that Huberdeau and Evander Kane have much better matchups, much better opportunities on the power play, and much better opportunities for points. I think you bench Ovechkin. If you don't need the peripherals, bench Ovechkin, in my opinion. I didn't actually know that went against Yahoo's code of conduct. That's interesting. I thought that was always just a good move. Okay, so let's get some of these last questions here. Considering moving on from Seth Jones, either a trade if I can find one or just dropping him. No, I think you're fine to begin looking at trades for sure. Especially depending on just who's out there. Sit one, Carlson, Trocheck, or Kopitar. Probably sit. Depends what you're. I'd probably sit Trocheck, honestly. I know Tro has like had decent numbers recently, but I'd sit Trocheck. I'd play Carlson and yeah, I'd play Wild Bill and Kopitar personally. Kunin, what else? Quick question for you, Austin Matthews. Oh, Austin Matthews in the chat. Hello, Austin Matthews. Oshie or Ben? In a points league, I would do Oshie. I'm just not high on Ben. Yeah, Mrazek. I mean, to be fair, Mrazek has always let leaky goals in. That's just kind of who he is. I know, he comes up with big saves, but he's also a leaky goaltender. He's always kind of been like that. Do you think he keeps this up? Kopitar, I think Kopitar keeps it up for sure. I'm high on Kopi rest of season. I'm so excited that I picked him up, or that I drafted him. I got him in like I think 12th round on average in all my leagues. I have a lot of shares of Kopitar this year. We said it at the beginning of the season. I was very high on Kopi in the season. I think Kopi is one of the players that like fluctuates between very overhyped and underhyped, and no one ever like gets him in the middle. It's just like he is here, but everyone either has him here or here. It's weird. Only goals and assists. Yeah, that's that one. Yeah, if it's a private league, I mean, there's so many interesting. How often do we stream? So we'll stream every single weekend for sure on Saturdays. We want to do start Saturdays because that's when there's normally a lot of games. Potentially this week, especially on like heavy days. So like this week, there's 3 heavy days. There's so many games going on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday that there's a chance that we stream as well Tuesday, Thursday. Maybe not as long as this one, but we'll stream for quite a bit of time on that day too and help out. Stastny is worth dropping right now. Yeah, right now Stastny is worth dropping. Thanks so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying everything and loving the Discord and everything. I know Brandon is a little more active in there than I am, but I try to jump in when I can. Do I start Bishop versus Edmonton or Leonard versus Nashville? Points for saves and a win. I'd go Leonard just because he has that save upside. Like if we look at like here, so if you look at in the in-season tool, let's hide these goaltenders for a second. Leonard on average faces 33 saves per game. Bishop faces 27 saves per game. So Robin Leonard is most likely going to get more saves. I don't think he gets the win, but honestly, both of them have terrible odds at winning, so it doesn't really matter. I'd just take the saves upside at that point. Yeah, honestly, Discord is insane. It's like it's so hard to keep up. It's crazy. Worth it to start Strome over one of Miller, Goudreau, Ehlers, or Smith? Nah, I'd play Miller, Goudreau, and Ehlers and Smith over Strome, especially if what you need is peripherals. Wait, did they seriously send down Samsonov? It's probably a paper move. I mean, it's probably a paper move, right? I'm guessing. It's gotta. I feel like this has got to be a paper move. Yeah. So apparently Ted Starkey. Yeah, let's switch over to this. So Ted Starkey seems to be saying that there's salary cap shuttle, send Samsonov to Lewington, and Lewington to Hershey, Boyd and Vanek. Vanacek expected to back up Holtby tonight in Boston. So I don't know why they're doing this, but it just does just seem to be a cap move. Mantha, Tatar, Arvidsson need shots, but hits might be attainable. I'm guessing you can only play one. Ooh, voice. Mantha, Tatar, Arvidsson. If you need shots, I'd go Tatar or I'd go Mantha. Honestly, go Mantha. Let me actually check Tatar for a second here, because I think he's been hitting. His shots have been really good. Hit pace is whatever. It's not fantastic. Mantha's hit pace has gotten down. I'd go Mantha. Mantha over Tatar. Mantha, Tatar, Arvidsson in that order. Thoughts on Jeff Skinner? I wouldn't say Samsonov is overrated. I'd say Samsonov is overrated this season in terms of everyone wanting to pick him up. But I wouldn't say as a whole he's an overrated prospect. He is. You can tell though when he plays that he's getting used to North American ice. Thoughts on Jeff Skinner? Really good. I'm fine on Jeff Skinner. I think he still hits his goal totals that you kind of expect from Skinner. He's not really unsustainable or he's fine. His shots are actually up from last year, which you like to see. His on ice shooting percentage is fine. Like what you see is what you get from Jeff Skinner right now. I think Jeff Skinner is going to be like a 60-point guy with a lot of goals, and that's about it. How's Gensel going to fare with all the injuries? I think he'll be fine for now. I don't think he's going to be as good as he was going to be with Crosby, but you know he'll be fine. Mantha's shooting like crazy. Yeah, go Mantha for sure. Yeah, you probably should trade yourself for McKinnon. Honestly, McKinnon's better than you, Austin. It's just the fact. You're only in the conversation because you play for Toronto. Just saying. Maybe a hot take, but just saying. Tatar's been a Pims beast. Fogel from Dzingel install. Oh, there was a goal. Nice. Foegele. That's my dynasty team right there. I have Fogel. I call him Fogely though. In a peripherals league, I have Makar. Brandon, what are you doing back? In a peripherals league, I have Makar, Hughes, Carlson, and Burns all playing tonight, and Chabot on the bench. Is he worth putting in over this for? Hughes, Makar, Carlson, Burns. I would. No, I'd stick with what you have because Chabot on I don't like Chabot's matchup. I like Makar and Hughes' matchups better than Chabot, and I think that's what it comes down to. Dano, Carter, or Tyler Johnson for Stastny. Depends what you need. I'd probably go Carter. Probably. Tyler Johnson, actually, probably. Toronto fire Babcock soon. I don't know. It's definitely not. That is true, Austin. That is very, very true. That is true. He does not have a Calder. Probably the one thing. I can tell you what. If I had to bet on who's going to get a cup before you, I'd bet I'm McKinnon. What's the site I use for profitability? Honestly, I use MoneyPuck. I trust them. like you're not gonna get perfect, but it at least gives you. All I want is like an idea of who's better. So I use moneypuck.com. Pick one of Kessel, Domi, Neal, and Connor with minor points for peripherals. Probably Domi. Mark, I would go Demko for now, and then just stream that spot. I don't think anyone's gonna pick up Corpusalo. I'd rather have Demko for now, and I think he could become a long-term option. I think we're starting to see potentially a 50-50 split there. I need a third goalie. Thoughts on Dustin Brown? He's been decent, but more often than not, he's riding the pine. Yeah, if he's riding the pine, just drop him. It's not worth it. He's going to be worth more as a streamer spot, and right now his deployment isn't fantastic. I need more player mock player profiles coming into the chat. God, I swear Brandon is a Vander Kane in another life. Although I don't know if he embodies Josh Hosang or Vander Kane more. Okay, I know I've said this a few times, but 10 minutes. 10 minutes and I'm done. Then we'll hit the 3-hour mark. Whew. There you go, rest the voice. So I trade Subban and Hyman for Makar. Absolutely. Absolutely make that trade, Subban and Hyman for Makar. Brady Tkachuk over or underperforming? He's kind of on par. Like, Brady is kind of what you see, what you get. He's kind of underperforming a little bit on points, but like his shot totals are up. His on-ice shooting percentage is a little low, so I'd say from a points perspective, I'd still expect him to be like a 50-55 point guy. Brandon and I have known each other for 4 years now, I think. We met through work. We worked at the same place, and we found each other's love for fantasy and kindled that through a podcast. We started in a closet. It was like in the back of work. We bought like this Tascam, and like we needed something to drown out noise, and so we got into we would be in this closet, small little closet, and we'd put a blanket around us, and the blanket would like dampen the noise, and that's how we recorded for about a year. And then we moved to a new office, and we recorded outside on a desk because it was quiet back there, and there was a blue jay that would always make sound. And on top of that, like we would go out there even at it would be like, and I remember one day it was like we had to go with like gloves and the biggest jackets ever, and it was like, I don't know, 20 degrees or something, and we would still record out there. So yeah, what else? Let's see, when we get another lecture video like Stacks. Brandon is coming out with another 101 video. It's gonna drop Monday. So Monday, prime time Monday, like 2-3 p.m. is when Brandon's Stacks videos come, or Brandon's Fantasy Hockey 101 videos come out. So be sure to pay attention to that. So this Monday at around like 2 p.m., that's when you can expect Brandon's Fantasy Hockey 101 videos. I have no additional lineup questions, but I dropped Timo Meier and now I'm sad. What can you do about it? You can cry. I mean, that's an option. I'd cry if I dropped Timo Meier. I think crying is your option. Crying is definitely the option. Yeah, Brandon and I went to watch a meteor shower at 3 a.m. in the Hamptons. We were at a work thing, and there was a meteor shower. No one else wanted to go with me, and Brandon was like, "Oh, I'll go." Pizza. Pogos. What the hell is Pogos? I don't know what Pogos is. Yeah, I want to see more Brandon content too. Gives me a little bit of a break. Corn dogs. Pogos are corn. So wait, Pogos are another name for corn dogs, or Pogos like a place with corn dogs? Yeah, Aaron, what you gotta do is you gotta like sob. You really gotta let it out. Like if you drop Teemo, just really cry. Oof. Yeah, you're probably lost out. I would rather have Huberto than Meyer. Huberto to me is like a top 20, 30 player. Pogo stays fake. Do you prefer player playing the second night in a row, or do you prefer the day of rest? If two players are of equal caliber, do you prefer a player playing the second night in a row or day of rest all day? There's been lots of numbers now showing that a team is worse on the tail end of a back-to-back. Okay, now I'm looking up pogos. Let's go. Let's look up pogos. This is probably somewhat dangerous, but pogo stick. Okay, wait, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Pogo corn dogs. Oh, so these are pogos. They come in a box? Oh my god, there's a 30 pogo corn dog challenge. Reinhardt. I don't trust Konechny versus the Isles. Oh. Sorry, folks. Yeah, this may be a sign that we've been live way too long. It's my internet saying, what the hell are you doing? Okay, I guess it came back to life. Oh man. Okay, so it looks like we are back live, and I've got 3 minutes to 3 hours. I'm getting to 3 hours. I don't care what my internet says. We're getting to 3 hours, folks. Off to watch some football. I really wish there were league football on this weekend, though. I really, Sevilla's not playing. I really want to watch some City. I'm not even really a fan of the big EPL. I just like watching Pep. I like Pep's style of play. Man, when he was on Barcelona, oh, that was incredible. But Sevilla, man, that's my team. Starts Vasi, Riddick, or Demko tonight. Or you can only start one. If you can only start one, Vasilevsky, and then Demko, and then Riddick. That would be my order. Yeah, the internet was weird for just a little bit. I am so bad at video games. Trust me, you don't. I am not. I am not doing any kind of live video game streaming. Maybe Brandon. Brandon's really good at games. Maybe we can get him into NHL 20. Play some Chell. God, Chell. All those games are scripted. Subban and McAvoy for Barry and Gustafson points league. Sure, I suppose. I mean, I'm higher on Gustafson. Yeah, Demko's a good pickup for tonight, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd take Gustafson and then drop Barry, essentially. I'm not high on any of them. It's pretty much like a bad defender for a bad defender trade, Sean. Over under on how long Melnick owns Ottawa? I don't know. I thought it would be over like this year, and nope. Yeah, Demko is definitely a good pickup for tonight. Nice. Confirm that Reimer sucks. Got 1 minute here, folks. So getting the last questions. Seriously, thank you so much for tuning in, for all the super chats. Seriously, we appreciate it so much. We appreciate all the support, all the viewership. And here we go. So one of the last ones here: Wilson, Reinhardt, or Gensel. Sit one. I would sit Wilson. Play Reinhardt and Gensel. No, quite the opposite. I because of where Hall is going to go, I think it actually might decrease his value. I wouldn't really trade for him I wouldn't trade for him to capitalize on the trade. I would capitalize on just upgrading to Hall, but I wouldn't trade because of the trade that's impending at some point. Ha, Bibbo is starting. Yeah, love it. So there you go. we hit 3 hours of streaming, folks. 3 hours. We did it. We did it. So we're going. So I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna go probably play some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Been waiting to play that all day. I've got a hockey game tonight at 11:32 to play in net. The worst time slot in the world. Yes, I'd add Fabro over Tyson Berry. That's the last one right there. But seriously, thank you so much for joining. We will be doing this again potentially during the week. Again, thank you to all the people who use super chats and donated to us. Really, really appreciate it. Pick up Demko and Grice. Pick up Grice, then Demko, Grice. So yeah, appreciate it seriously, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching, folks.